more time to do what you love. Talk to your retina specialist about Susvimo, twice-yearly treatment for wet AMD. There may be temporary vision decrease after the procedure, and your doctor may recommend an injection in the treated eye before the next refill. Susvimo, ranibizumab injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with wet age-related macular degeneration, AMD, who have responded to at least 2 intravitreal vascular endothelial growth factor inhibitor injections. Serious side effects are an eye infection, endophthalmitis, which requires urgent treatment. Other side effects include conjunctival erosion, conjunctival retraction, retinal detachment, implant dislocation, implant damage, vitreous hemorrhage, conjunctival bleb, and a temporary decrease in vision. Don't receive Susvimo if you have an infection, active swelling, or are allergic to it. Visit susvimo.com or call 1-833-IGENE for patient assistance programs, cost, and full prescribing information.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical-obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway...
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap? Crap.
People come to us because we don't sell them on anything. They can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute. I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be, so it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing!
Well, I'm holding on!
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Happy Tuesday morning to you. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard. We got Bubba. We got a lot to talk about. Cody, what's up, man?
Good morning. It is good to be here. Good to be anywhere. Fine Tuesday. January 27th. Wow, how about that? You can see that I've got my warm hat and my gloves on. It is cold outside, if you haven't noticed. And I'm wearing my sunglasses because I'm a cool guy. And I need everybody to know that I'm a cool guy. And you can tell by these sunglasses I'm wearing. But I realized as I'm sitting here wearing sunglasses indoors, as cool as that seems, it's hard to really pull it off when I have this giant hole in my puffy coat.
That just means you've been through some things, man.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but it's my one, super warm coat that I can actually wear. I know it's Kentucky blue, and I don't know why it's blue. I think that's the only color they had when I picked it out, and it's got this damn hole in it, but...
Are you saying you just noticed that?
No, I mean, I've known it was there.
Because, it's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for pointing that out, Sam. But with the cool sunglasses, it kind of counteracts the hole in the coat. So not everyone can be this cool. Glad that I am. Good morning to the freaks. Hope you're all doing well. How are you, John?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
And don't take it the wrong way, but it was really nice to smell you, too, when I came in. Just that coffee hitting the air.
Well, good, yeah.
Your coffee just smelled good.
Yeah. Well, I should smell pretty good anyway. I'm freshly showered. Not today, but last night. So that's pretty good for me. So, how was the weekend, I guess?
Well, weekend was pretty good. Solid weekend. Just snowed in, iced in. And by that, I mean just so cold and semi-dangerous that you just didn't want to leave. So I didn't leave my home all weekend. I don't think I left the premises once. I think I just pretty much got holed up and had a bunch of food and stayed there and watched sports and watched TV and had a nice little weekend.
It's good time for it, to just be locked away for a few days.
And then yesterday was a nice, I had planned. I was up early. I was getting ready. I was coming in, and Sam texted that he was sick. Around the same time, the boss texted and said, "Hey, be careful on the roads. Use your own, I don't know what word I'm looking for there.
Discretion.
Judition was what I was thinking about. That don't feel like a word. Use your own, discretion would fit there.
Judgment.
Judgment, yeah.
I don't know.
What is judition a word?
It's got to be some subset of judgment.
Yeah, I was going to say that's maybe a word. But I was like, okay, good timing. Yeah, judition I don't think is a word. But
you could probably call a lawyer. They could tell you exactly what that means.
But then I was like, you know what? Let's just not risk it. There was snow on the ground. But I came in here and was doing a little work yesterday. So I got out, moved around. That's the first time I got out of the house. So I was in here in the office. Did make us look a little soft, but it ain't nothing to die over, boys. Get stranded.
I woke up yesterday with the intention of coming in, and then you said, let's not worry about it. I said, okay, that's fine with me. I'll go back to sleep. But I couldn't go back to sleep, of course. So I walked outside, and I did notice, I was very surprised yesterday morning to find that my hill was completely iced over, which I didn't expect based on the fact that it just rained all weekend. There was we didn't get any of the weather really. And then suddenly, I guess Sunday at like 3 a.m. or something, it just decided to dump us a little bit. But
yeah, I did keep your heel in mind because that's a bitch to get up and down. I mean,
it wasn't. I went right out and went to Starbucks. I mean, so it wasn't even a problem, but it was icy.
Yeah, the roads were good where I was at too, except my complex. I did slide a little bit coming around a turn, trying to get out of the neighborhood, but it's good to be back today. Got a lot to talk about. It's good to see you. Good to smell you. It's good to feel your essence. I don't think I own anything in big blue like you do. I don't think I have anything that is that color because I don't like the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah, I don't know why it's this color. I got to think that for me to get a coat, I think I needed a warm winter coat, and they must not have had black or gray because that's typically, I would just go with a neutral color like that. So for me to have this big blue coat must mean that that's the only color they had in stock.
Sam, what's up, dog? You feeling any better?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. Was weird. Was kind of just up all night and then woke up trying to brave it out, and I was just still down bad, so sent you all the last-minute text. But I'm doing solid. Didn't really get what I was expecting to see. I was kind of hoping for a little bit of winter this weekend, but I guess I lived vicariously through my family back in Nashville. They got wiped out pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so wild how Nashville got completely obliterated, and then we didn't get anything. We got rain.
Your parents affected?
Both my parents are good. My grandma lost power, so my mom went down and got her, and then my brother and his fiance lost power, but they went to a friend's house, so they're all good over there.
Sleepover time.
Yeah. My mom sent me a few pictures, though, and miraculously they had a few trees that just fell right outside of the house, but they still had a few limbs and stuff down. So
the trees exploding has been crazy to watch.
Yeah,
on social media.
That has been a wild phenomenon. I had no idea that was even possible.
Yeah, no trees could blow up.
Still going to be really, really cold over the next week. So, things could be worse.
Yeah, the ice really did affect people in the mid-state.
What's up, Bubba? Top of the morning to you.
Hello, John, Cody, and Sam.
Not as bad as Minneapolis.
How are you?
I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah, I found a relic of the past in my lifetime over the weekend.
A fossil?
Pretty much a packet from 2007 to 2008 of Yo Mama jokes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I would like for you, and you wrote these?
No.
Okay.
We got these from ahajokes.com.
And you have, and you printed it out so that you could study it for battle?
Yeah, that's what we did back in the day.
All right, well, I want you to sprinkle one in per segment, so feel free to take the next couple minutes and find the one you want to start with. And I expect one every segment. Because if you have a whole manifesto over there,
I mean, there's at least 20 pages.
Yeah, if you have a whole pamphlet, I mean, maybe you do 2 or 3.
Yo Mama's so fat, she goes to a restaurant, looks at the menu and says, okay.
Solid.
I'll give that one like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's got to be better in that book.
Yeah. You can't start with your best joke, Sam. He's got to warm the crowd up.
He's cracking
Yo Mama's
himself up.
bad, but
They must be pretty funny.
Yo Mama's so fat, she got to iron her pants on the driveway.
Yeah.
That one's better.
Yeah, that's good.
One more, and then we'll go to break. It is so funny, but he has a physical copy of a little notebook over there.
You can
It's
hear the
stapled
paper
together,
rustle.
Yeah. And that he's like kept it for 20 years.
It's great.
How old were you when you got this, Bubba?
Like
Like
be in
8.
good condition.
3. Okay.
7 and 8.
Yeah. All right.
This one might not go over well. Yo Mama's so fat, she was baptized in the ocean.
Because she's a whale.
Okay.
Not that great.
No, that one wasn't that good. But we'll get better. We'll get better as it goes
Still
on.
got 19 pages full, so.
Yeah, your mother's an astronaut. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk some sports. We'll start with some Vols. Stick with us.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Enjoy the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. I don't know if you're back to work today. I guess most people probably are back to work today. Kids ain't got to go to school, but I feel like everyone's back at work.
The country keeps running.
Go ahead and pop you open a White Claw Hard Seltzer. Please drink responsibly.
Oh,
Must be 21
yes.
or older.
That'll be good, especially there driving the forklift.
The Vols got a big win over the weekend. Much needed for the vibes. And I got to say that my vibes through the roof with the basketball team right now. Feeling good. Cody, how do you feel? After Tennessee went down to Tuscaloosa and beat Bediako and Nate Oates and Alabama 79-73.
5 in a row for Rick Barnes over Nate Oates.
Five-time champion of the Tennessee-Alabama rivalry.
Rick Barnes, I don't know what it is about the matchup with Alabama. I'm not a smart enough man to really know why it's so difficult for Nate Oates, but it seems like Barnes' teams just put him in a pretzel pretty regularly. 5 in a row, and, you still got him at home on this schedule, so you got a real chance to go 6 in a row, hopefully, against Alabama. And that's always good, no matter the sport. Bediako, to beat that guy, you kind of had a little bit of the rest of college basketball rooting for you, which was nice to see.
Really all of college sports and just sports in general. Like everyone's fed up with the way college sports are trending, and Bediako was an easy thing for everyone to come in and say, wait, the guy played in the G League? Oh, wait, this is stupid. Yeah, I hope they lose.
Yeah, he shouldn't be out there. Yeah, even my Arkansas buddies, they reached out and they're like, hey, glad y'all beat Alabama. That's crazy. They're playing that guy. So glad y'all got the dub. So it was nice to see, and you needed it. This team so far in conference play, it's been up and down, about as up and down as it gets, because you're 3-3. The 3 losses have all stung, but the 3 wins have all been nice bounce-back wins. So you keep going down, and then you go up, and then you go down, and then you go up. And right now we're on the up. So I'd like to see us string 2 together. That would be good to see. But, for as bad of a loss as the Kentucky game was, to then beat Alabama on the road, to me kind of cancels it out, because it's like I would have penciled in probably Bama as one of the road losses. So you drop one at home you shouldn't have dropped, but then you get one on the road that, typically you wouldn't, you might count as a loss if you're looking at the full schedule. So you're still in the mix at 3-3.
Yeah, 2-4 would have been really tough to swallow. So it was a nice win. I don't know if it completely cancels out the Kentucky collapse, but yeah, it does a lot for it. Sam, how do you feel?
Never daunted. Felt good about this game. Talked about it on Friday that I just feel like Rick Barnes teams, when their back's against the wall and, maybe some things aren't going right for them and kind of playing uncharacteristically, I think they go out there and they have a pretty good response, and I think this is definitely one of those games. Nate and Jacoby were fantastic. I think some of your other kind of role players, kind of did enough and did their job, obviously. And, yeah, you just kind of continue to be able to have Alabama's number, and I just think kind of that physical style of play and that aggressiveness that you've got, I think, just isn't really in that team.
59, 71, 74, 76, 73. Those are the point totals, the outputs that Alabama has registered in this 5-game losing streak. This is a high-flying team that, almost always lives in the 80s. 59, 71, 74, 76, 73. So, of those 5 games, only one time have they eclipsed 75. Cody asked, how Rick Barnes has Nate Oates' number. I would say you just got to look at the way they defend. That they just make an effort not to give up wide open threes, and they make. I was a little worried about that with the way Tennessee has been playing big, but I thought Estrella and Okpara battled and did a pretty good job of guarding the 3-point line. And Alabama was a little shorthanded, of course, but no sympathy for them as they recruited a professional basketball player to come back and play. But Tennessee's, it's just defensive effort, it feels like, in this rivalry.
I wonder if Bediako being out there kind of hurt Alabama's style. I was kind of wondering about that. Like, would they have maybe taken more threes if he had not been a part of their game plan?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch to see, because I didn't feel like they were like force feeding him or anything. It felt like a lot of his work was pick and rolls and just having good passes delivered to him and him getting nice breakaway dunks. I thought he hurt them in a bit, just with some mistakes. I thought he had a couple of back-breaking plays kind of over the last 10 minutes. There was one possession where he gets a rebound but has an outlet pass stolen. Amari Evans steals an outlet pass from him. Jalen Carey, I believe, ends up getting a bucket there. And then, I believe was it a one-point game at the time? I want to say it was a one-point game when he airballs a 2-foot shot. He has the ball right next to the rim and airballs it, and then fouls on the rebound and gives us 2 free throws. And I want to say that's what pushed us to a 3-point lead and gave us a little breathing room, and we were able to kind of not look back from that moment. So I thought he played a lot better in the first half than he did in the second half.
He did, yeah. I just, not even that they were force-feeding him or anything, but just bringing a guy in mid-season seems like it kind of disrupts the rhythm of a team if you don't know what you're really doing with that. I don't know if he affected them more positively or negatively, but Oates still can't beat Barnes, so that's good to see.
Yeah, it was a bad, the 8-minute stretch. Tennessee gets a rebound. Bediako fouls on the rebound. J.P. Estrella gets 2 free throws. Then Alabama comes down and hits 1 of 2, so it's a 1-point game, 64-63. He airballs a 2-foot shot. And then, fouls Jacoby Gillespie on the rebound, pushes him out of bounds. And then at that point, Tennessee went from a 1-point lead and immediately went on a 6-0 run to make it 70-63. And at that point, Tennessee never let the game get tied and never trailed again. Alabama did cut it to 2, but you had enough distance where you were able to make plays. And, I do think we'd be remiss to not answer Cody's question about how they lost to Tennessee, at least in the 2026 version. And that was because we had Nate Ament and they didn't. Nate Ament was the best player on the basketball court on Saturday, and I thought you finally saw the superstar performance that you've been waiting for.
Yeah, he had one of his Dalton Connect games that you had hoped that he would have, and he's been kind of building toward that. I mean, in league play, his last, what do you think, handful? 4 or 5 games, he has been better, and he's been more what you thought he was going to be. But yeah, Saturday was kind of the culmination of that.
To me, I would say it was the 3 games prior. He had struggled on the road. He played okay against Arkansas, but I just kept thinking about the Syracuse game. He goes 2 for 10. So you're wondering how – I remember us talking on Friday how he was going to respond at Florida and, how he was going to play on the road. And I thought he played awesome against Florida. I thought the rest of the team played pretty poorly and that he was kind of the only guy, especially in the first half, that was keeping you in the game. He scored 17 in that game. He followed it up with 23 against A&M, scored 17 against Kentucky. So, he had averaged – I think 19 those 3 games prior, and it started showing some flashes. And then, it culminated with a star-making performance. Kind of funny, ironic coincidence, whichever word you want to use, that Nate Ament does finally have his superstar moment, but it is overshadowed by all the freshmen going absolutely nuclear on Saturday. So it didn't even really register with the college basketball nerds or the NBA draft nerds because you had – Kingston Fleming's going crazy. You had DiBentanza. I still can't say his name. Going crazy.
It's just DeBonsa.
DeBonsa.
Yeah.
Going crazy. and he got Boozer, and Ament kind of got overshadowed, but he was the best player in the SEC last week. They gave him SEC Player of the Week, so I was really, really thrilled with Nate. Sam said it earlier, the role players kind of did enough, and I kind of agree, but at the same time, you saw what this team has to be, or the performances they have to get from Ament and Gillespie to win. I do still think they need the role players to be a little bit better, because I don't think you can rely on those guys to go out and score, 53 points between the two of them. Need some other guys to step up and help them. But Ament was special. And I got to give a shout-out to Gillespie, too. The three-point shot wasn't falling. Only 2 for 9. That's fine. I thought he had some of the most acrobatic, contested finishes that we've seen a Tennessee player have in a long, long time. Maybe ever. I don't know if I can ever remember of all, during my time, finishing around the rim, flying through the air, getting knocked down, repeated and ones, especially at his size. I mean, Zakai did not have that in his bag. Bone didn't have that in his bag. So, I don't know how far we have to go back to find a guard or a scorer that did. Gillespie was awesome, too.
Probably Kevin Nash.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought we did a good job of that in the second half, just adjustments too, where some of those threes weren't falling, and on some of those actions where he's normally kind of coming around a screen and flashing to the top of the key to go try and get a three, you used a couple of those just for back cut, backdoor layup type of things.
Yep, I thought schematically, we talked about Rick Barnes last week, graded him. I was at a C. I thought he coached a really good game. I thought there were a couple things that stood out. Gillespie getting downhill. Hell, Ament getting downhill. The and one he had, where he's flying through the air, gets knocked, has the athleticism and the size to kind of hang over the defender and bank it off the backboard. That stood out. Gillespie getting downhill stood out. And I thought Barnes, it seems like it was a point of emphasis last week, but if we're going to play the two bigs, you guys got to take advantage. And by that, sometimes you got to have some pretty good passes to each other. I thought there was a couple. Jalen Carey threw Okpara an alley-oop in the first half. JP Estrella threw another alley-oop to Okpara in the second half. I thought the bigs did a good job of passing the ball to each other. Kind of running some sets there, taking advantage of the size, and taking advantage of a lazy Alabama defense.
That little mid-range that Ament's got is a thing of beauty. I mean, he gets that shot whenever he wants it. I mean, that's what they kept saying on the broadcast. He's 6'10". He can get that shot anytime he wants it. And Alabama, they kept the smaller guy on him. It seemed like I don't know. I guess it was just a bad matchup for him, but or like you said, they're just lazy defense. But they couldn't do anything about it.
I just saw a clip, on the big-to-big passing where I believe it was Tom Crean was complimenting the set from Barnes and complimenting the pass, but was also made a note still impressive despite no Alabama player having their hands up. So just saying, basically in a defensive position, nobody really has their hands trying to get into passing lanes or trying to defend anybody. They're just using their bodies and moving their feet, but not playing with their upper body, which you have to do. So that made me think of just a lazy defense because Tom Crean pointed it out.
Well, he should know.
I didn't think Tennessee, really, outside of a couple of really good passes, it did feel like Tennessee just put their head down and just made some one-on-one plays to win, whether it be, getting offensive rebounds, getting to the free throw line, whatever. But it felt like Gillespie and Ament just made an effort of hey, give me a screen or I'm going to blow by my guy and I'm going to go and I'm going to finish. It wasn't like Barnes had great sets all night. He had a couple that made things easy, but I did think you just finally got the Rutgers type of performance where Ament and Gillespie were special. I thought both guys played A games.
Only 11 assists on 28 field goals.
Yeah.
But I thought you did a great job of shutting Bama down on the other end. They only had 9 assists on 25, and 7 of those came from Phylon.
Bama was having to do a lot of one-on-one, too. Yeah, I was actually just doing the percentages. I was trying to do that because, Tennessee has – I was looking to see, what we typically have in a game assist-wise. And according to our total statistics, we have 334 assists on 552 baskets, which comes out to a 60%, ratio. And then, yeah, you look and you said you had what? 28 made baskets and only 11 assists. So, yeah, that was quite below what you typically do. That was quite below your usual output of sharing the ball. It went from 60% to below 40%. So it was a lot of one-on-one success.
It was a nice, smooth finish. It was good to see us. Didn't even have any drama at the end. We just got out with a W.
I was pulling my hair out, metaphorically speaking, after the J.P. Estrella offensive rebound where he did not bring the ball out because it did get dicey after that. We're up 4. We get a big offensive rebound with like 50 seconds left, and you're like, okay, let's use these 20 seconds. And at the worst, we come out of this with a 4-point lead with 30 seconds left, and they're having to foul us afterwards. But he went back up and tried to shoot a layup pretty much immediately after getting the rebound, missed the layup, and gave them the ball, which did allow them to be down 4 with the ball, which got a little dicey at that point. But they jacked up a 3, missed it, and we were able to close it out at that point. But yeah, I thought Tennessee was nails. You know, every time we needed a bucket, we either got good action going to the rim, got fouled, and then we did a pretty good job of making free throws. I mean, Okpara went 1 of 2. I think you just have to live with that. Boswell went 1 of 2. Not great from your guard, but whatever. Gillespie and Ament, did enough down the stretch where that didn't matter.
I would like to see, I don't know if we're going to have a third guy who can be a reliable scorer on this team. You hope maybe somebody else could emerge, but you might just live with what you've got. But if Ament can continue to be special, if he can be better, it's January 27th. So, I mean, you hope to hit your stride in February. And if he can continue to progress and be special, then I think you roll with that into the tournament with him and Gillespie, and hope you get a collective effort from everybody else.
I did wonder if the Nate Ament haters, for lack of a better term, the people who had been so tough on him, calling him a bust, calling him a waste of money, I did wonder if they felt a little guilty watching that performance and realizing, like, oh, wait, yeah, this guy is pretty good. And, like, oh, wait, maybe we shouldn't freak out so early in the season and say there's no way a freshman gets better. Now, you could argue about whether or not he's worth $4 million, whatever. But I think you saw the talent, and I think you see the ceiling, and I think you're seeing a different player in Ament. And that's why I was urging people to hold on to their stock and not panic sell.
I thought that was the first game he played where it looked like he just wasn't even thinking. He was just kind of going out there and just playing. Like, it seems like there's been so many instances where he's kind of trying to think what his next move's going to be, and instead of just going out there and trying to think his way through the game, he was just playing instinctually.
No, I mean, I think there's a couple plays, Sam. I talked about the N1, the really good one where he drives and absorbs the contact and finishes. I thought that was a very quick, aggressive move, obviously. But I thought another one, around the 10-minute mark, they're passing the ball kind of around the top, trying to set up an offensive play, and Ament sizes it up, rises up, and knocks down a 3. And Barnes kind of throws his hands up like, well, that wasn't exactly the play we called, but good shot, Nate. And Nate just shot it with confidence. And you still didn't see him jack a lot of threes, but I do think over these 4 games, you've seen the shooting percentage go from 27% to now he's shooting 38.5%. from 3. Now, just in these last 4 games, shooting 38.5%. It's still not on huge volume, but I think you're starting to see that part of his game kind of come back to him a bit too.
He's going to get more open looks from 3 with so many people having to just respect that mid-range jumper too that he's so good at.
Sure. But I don't even know if it was an open problem as much as he just didn't want to shoot it and then kind of missed him. It's like, okay, I don't want to keep struggling from the outside, so I'm not even going to shoot him. I thought, Sam, what you said about him not thinking too much, the thought paralysis, I do think that is a big part of what's happening. But again, I think that's normal for us to think freshmen figure the game out as they go on. You know what I mean? Like for guys to get more comfortable both on the court and in their mind when it comes to what they should be doing.
He's getting more confidence.
He is, and you can see it, and it's pretty to watch whenever it's going well.
Yeah, and I don't really care what these other freshmen are doing. I don't care if he's the best one or if he's the third best one or the fifth best one. I want him to keep getting better, and I think his trajectory is on a nice path to, by the time we get to March, I think he'll be pretty dangerous. And that's all I want to be, just get in the tournament and be dangerous and try to get to that second weekend, and then you roll the dice. That's all you can hope for.
I mean, I think that would have been the goal that we all would have been good with before the year too. Just get to the second weekend. Let's see what happens. See if you get a draw.
Yeah,
and you look. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. Like I do think this team is still limited, and it's still necessary for both of those guys, Nate Ament and Jacoby Gillespie, to be really good for them to beat good teams. Like I do think you're going to have them both be on. But I do think if both those guys are on, you can play with almost anybody in the country. Not saying you can go out and beat Arizona. Not saying you can go beat Purdue.
Nebraska.
Michigan, sure. But, we saw you beat Houston, who's a top 10 team. And you can maybe get to the second weekend. And then, be that as it may, roll the dice, see what happens.
All you got to do is just get in that damn thing. Just get in that tournament. I mean, who knows? Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to it, really. You just hope your guys play better than the other guys.
We'll continue the conversation on the other side. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you're watching with us on YouTube, feel free to send us tweets too if you got the app pulled up. Hopefully, we made some adjustments to the app over the weekend. I know we heard your complaints that the volume had been a little low. Hopefully that is fixed, and hopefully it'll be really good to go. We got a new computer set up. Everything's registering pretty well what I can see right now. So
we missed something this segment.
We missed something?
Bubba.
Oh, damn, Bubba. I gave you a gimmick and you were going to fail to do it in the second time? You weren't going to give us any Yo Mama jokes?
Yo mama's so fat, the only thing she's attracted to is gravity.
1 out of 10. You didn't come up with these. It's okay. 2 more. 2 more jokes, Bubba. What do you got?
If we do 3 a segment, he may run out.
He said he's got a pamphlet of 20 pages is what Sam said. Well, let's go.
Yo mama's so fat, she broke her leg and gravy poured out.
Classic. That's a good one. I remember that one from kindergarten. The first time I heard it, I was like, damn, my mom ain't fat.
Yo mama's so fat, she sets off car alarms when she runs.
I haven't heard that one before. That one's pretty good. I like that one. Like an earthquake. I like it. Okay. That you saved it with the last 2. 4 out of 10.
I would suggest that you just work these in periodically instead of doing them all at the end of the segment.
Sure.
Just do them randomly.
Sure.
Like, Bubba, what'd you think about Nate Ament? And then, come with a Yo Mama joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Charles Bediaco's mom is so fat. Blank. Yeah, maybe. We'll continue the conversation.
Stepped on a rainbow and made Skittles.
Taste the rainbow. There you go. We'll come back. We'll continue the conversation. Stick with us.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
When a dangerous, overgrown, or storm-damaged tree is threatening your home, your car, or your family, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes, your local tree-cutting experts. From precision tree removal and trimming to emergency storm cleanup, ECR Total Landscapes has the equipment and the experience to get the job done safely and efficiently. Call today to set up your free estimate, 865-384-2012, or just go online to ecrtotallandscapes.com.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love
love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Checking in on the freaks over on the YouTube chat. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed to the YouTube Fan Run TV. I did like a 30-minute YouTube video yesterday. And then when I went to go put it up and listen to it, the microphone did not register in the computer. So it sounded like I was talking in a damn tin can. You could just hear me talking, and it was picking up in my computer. That was very annoying. Very annoying, but... shout out to everybody who watches over on YouTube, Fan Run Sports, Fan Run TV. Buck writes in, John, just a few weeks ago, you guys and me were all over Ament. No. Don't confuse me with other people, Buck. You might have been listening to the drive because Russell was ready to burn the program down and like pull the plug. Fire Barnes, send everyone away. After the Kentucky loss on Monday, Russell might have been telling you that Ament was a bum, but not me. I have said many, many times to hold on to the stock. I have said many, many times to give a freshman time. I have pointed out many, many times that Kenny Chandler, who I think we all deem as a worthy 5-star, led us to an SEC championship. I pointed out him getting benched on January 29th against Texas. And how, things hadn't necessarily clicked for him by the end of January, and that it still worked out. And that you still had a pretty good end of that year. Now, you lost to Michigan in the second round. Don't get me wrong, that sucked. But if you remember, you played really, really good down the stretch. You won the SEC tournament. You were a lot of people's pick to, be a dark horse. And then Michigan happened. But no. My track record here on Nate Ament, I think, has been very consistent. I said, don't give up. I said, relax. Now, Cody, Russell, maybe. I don't know about Bob. Bear swears that he didn't.
Diamond hands.
I think we even used that analogy because it's like, hey, what are you going to get for selling?
Did, yeah.
Now, did I compare Nate Ament to GameStop stock of saying hey, what are you going to do? Well, you can't sell it. You just got to hold it and hope it goes through the moon, and that's what I said.
Boom.
Diamond hands. Now, look, I'm not going to glaze. I'm not going to say that he has proven everything, but we have seen enough flashes to give me hope that we can put this together and that he can be a different player, be the player you wanted him to be down the stretch. I've maintained the entire time that even despite his offensive struggles or maybe not being the offensive player that we thought he was going to be, I've maintained that he's played really, really good defense, elite defense. And then that should be celebrated.
I feel like at this point you can say that, Tennessee loss isn't going to come on the hands of Nate Ament. It's going to be from, maybe an inefficient shooting night from Gillespie or some of these other, kind of role player guys not being able to kind of get enough.
To be completely negative about this win.
Sure.
It exposes us in a really big way. Our bench can only give us 7 points. We're dependent on 2 guys, and if either one of them struggle, we're in the pan getting cooked.
Yep. No, I mean, like I said, I don't think this is one to say that, like, okay, nothing to see here, no problems at all with this team. That's not true. Like, this team, you did have to have, those two guys score 53 points to win. And you were on the road, a tough place to play, or at least, for most teams, a tough place to play. It's not so much us. And I know they were shorthanded, but, like, you hope that the road players play better at home, Bubba. And you hope that those guys step up. But I've also maintained that. Like, you're not going to play 10, 11, 12 guys in SEC basketball, in big-time basketball, and expect all of them to, be able to play. You need to shorten your rotation. I've been calling for a shorter rotation of saying, like, hey, there's only, like, 8 guys that need to be playing. I think any good basketball team kind of maxes it out at maybe 7 main rotation guys, and you try to steal 5 or 6 minutes. Hey, here's Amari Abrams for 10 minutes. And he hit a 3 for you. Good job. Like, that's good enough. Good job, man. Here's Ethan Berg. Oh, my God, a turnover and a missed shot. Okay, get his ass out. Like, whenever I saw him in the first half, I was like, Rick, what are we doing here?
Need to get him worked into the lineup more.
More of the Ethan Berg minutes. Like, we're good here. We don't need to see any more. But, like, you're trying to steal some minutes here and there. 5 minutes for Dwayne Brown. Like, he wasn't able to play either. But you basically had your seven guys. And that was with Abram even only playing 10 minutes. Like, him and Evans kind of combined to be one other player.
Kanye West has issued an apology for the things he said about Ethan Berg.
I got to say, some of the maybe the stiffest irony is Kanye West saying that he saved his mental health and went on the right track after spending a lot of time in Reddit forums. Usually Reddit threads gets credit for, like, warping your mind in a bad way. You get radicalized in Reddit forums. But he said, actually, I went to the Reddit forum and I saw I was not alone.
Am I overreacting? Not overreacting. That's the ones I get. It's always the AIO.
What the hell are you talking about?
On the Reddit forums.
Am I overreacting? Oh,
You're not
okay.
familiar?
I am now. Sorry.
It's always like,
at first I thought you were doing a Kanye quote, and then I was like, what is happening? Okay.
No, it's always like, my boyfriend cheated on me, and I found him with my best friend, and here are the screenshots of the text, and I think I'm going to leave him. Am I overreacting? And everyone just comments, no, you're not overreacting.
I'm going to kill his dog and send him the video.
You're overreacting.
Yeah. I do like those two. That's a sister or brother thread to Am I the bleep bleep? Like, I like.
You can
those.
say it. We're still not on air.
Were we overreacting to Bediako?
Say what, Bubba?
Were we overreacting to Bediako?
No.
NOR.
I don't think we were overreacting to Bediako. I thought Nate Oates is just a slime ball, and I think that we don't like him. Maybe we're being too tough on him, but I think he's already proven he's kind of just a slime ball.
Out there with his blue pants and his plaid sports jacket.
I'll be honest, Bubba, I wasn't reacting that strongly to Bediako until I saw the fans treating him like he had just got home from Vietnam, giving him a hero's welcome of like, wow, this guy just got back from doing a tour of duty overseas. That made me mad when the announcers were acting like, oh, he's overcoming so much adversity. This is his first points in 3 years in college basketball, as if he had come back from a catastrophic injury instead of, playing professional basketball.
Ironically, Nate Oates dresses like a guy from the Vietnam era. With his plaid sports coat. Looks like a guy who hit his wife in the 60s because she didn't put butter on the steak.
David writes in, I think it's a 10-8, 11-7 team in SEC play right now. Which I got to say, my snap reaction to that, David, is I'd lock in 11-7. 11-7 sounds pretty good when you were staring 2-4 in the face. You know what I mean?
Shift work.
11-7 don't seem so bad. I don't know if everyone else would lock that in, and maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd still roll the dice. But 11-7, that means you've gone on a pretty good run. That means you went 9-4 down the stretch. Counting the Alabama win. I think if we were 2-3 coming out of Kentucky, talking about going 11-7, I think everyone would have thought that was far too many wins. So, yeah, if you tell me 11-7, that to me is a pretty big compliment.
The schedule gets a lot more manageable down the February. You got to look at the standings and realize at least our three losses at least are to Arkansas, Florida. Now Kentucky, I don't think is that good, but they are standings wise near the top. And we're the only team to beat the team at the top of the league. A&M, they're 6-1 in the conference. We beat them. So
you're the only team that's beaten A&M, which will come in handy. I don't know if they're going to be able to win the league, but they should be at the top of the standings or at least near the top. That should come in handy for some tiebreakers maybe. But yeah, you lost to the number one team, or you beat the number one team, and yeah, you've lost to three teams tied at 5-2 for second place.
Road game at Georgia's tough. Auburn will be tough, but then you start to get some of these LSUs, the Oklahomas, the Mississippi schools, South Carolina. You still got 2 against Vanderbilt, but I think that's a good matchup for us with our size if we go that route. Vandy ain't got no size.
I don't know if I feel the same way about the schedule as you do, which I like the optimism.
How do you not feel the same way when you look at the teams that we still have to play, though?
Because you still have to play Vanderbilt twice.
Uh-huh.
You still have to play Alabama twice. So, I mean, that's once, yes, excuse me.
But you get them at home.
Your second time. So, I mean, just looking at it, that would be 3 ranked games.
Mm-hmm.
To this point, you've only played 1 ranked game. The only team you played that's ranked are Arkansas and then Alabama. You played 2.
Florida
wasn't ranked when you played them.
Oh, well, I mean, they are now.
Well, yeah, they are now. But, two ranked opponents with Arkansas and Alabama.
Yeah, but I think
3 ranked opponents down the stretch with Alabama and 2 against Vandy.
I think you can say, though, Arkansas and Florida are probably at the top of the league. At least that's how you would which I don't know with Florida. I mean, they seem to be kind of hot and cold, but I think those are 2 of the top teams in the league. And A&M, who's at the top of the standings, you beat. You don't think it's more manageable when you look at it, when you see the Mississippi schools, LSU, Oklahoma, South Carolina? I mean,
you're going to have a couple wins there, sure, but I still think I think the end stretch at the end of February, once you get to February 21st, Cody, the end of the season, I think is still going to be pretty tough. I think at Vanderbilt, at Missouri, back-to-back, I think that's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Alabama, at South Carolina, Vandy. I still think, sure, you should beat South Carolina, but it's still on the road. But you should win that game. But at Vandy, at Missouri, Alabama,
3-2,
Vandy at home, that's still tough to me.
Even if you drop those 2 road games at Vandy and Missouri, I think you win out the last 3, getting Vandy and Bama at home. And then, or some split of that. South Carolina, they're not any good.
Now, after tomorrow, you've gotten through your hardest road games easily.
Well, right. You've gotten through your hardest road games at Alabama and at Florida and at Arkansas.
At Arkansas, yeah. Florida, Alabama, Georgia.
Right.
Those are the hardest road games.
That's kind of what I'm
on
saying.
Your schedule.
And that's fine if you want to say that, and then combine it with, you got your toughest home games, but you're good at home. Because you should beat Alabama and Vandy inside the Thompson-Bolinga Arena at Food City Center.
Yeah.
You should.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I still think at Georgia's tough. I think at Kentucky's tough. I think at Vandy's tough. I think at Missouri's tough. Is it as tough as going to Florida and Arkansas? No, but I don't think those are easy layup road games by any means.
Yeah, Rupp it'll be a challenge for sure.
Georgia on Wednesday is going to be a challenge. I mean, that's a challenge for us anytime, and they've been pretty good at home. Now, they got their ass absolutely ran off the court against Texas on Saturday. I don't know if you watched any of that game.
Who did, Georgia?
Georgia. They were winning, I want to say by 7 at halftime, and they ended up losing that game by damn near 30.
Texas is an interesting case study. They're 4-3, but they've got a couple games where they've just obliterated some good teams.
They're just a god-awful defense and actually a pretty good offense, and if they can put it together defensively, they'll go out there and beat a team like Georgia by 20.
And it seems like they're pretty good at home. But, yeah, I mean, they beat Alabama. They ran Vanderbilt off the court, and then they did it to Georgia. They were down 37-30 and then won the second half 57-30. So, Texas annihilated Georgia. So Georgia might find themselves kind of licking their wounds, maybe doubting a little bit what they have. Or maybe they come out and they're fired up to kind of get that taste out of their mouth. But we'll see.
You got an extra day.
You do have LSU. You do have Oklahoma at home, Ole Miss at home. Those are 3 of the bottom teams in the league. So, you should be able to win those home games. Those should be 3 built-in wins. I agree there.
Mississippi State's somewhere in there, and they suck.
Yeah, but that's on the road.
Yeah, but
they do suck. They do suck. That's an easier road game.
That's a game you got to win on the road.
Sure.
If you're going to get to, 4 and 5 and on the road, or I mean, maybe you don't even get that good, but that's one you have to win on the road.
If we get through the Georgia game, maybe you could tell me about the easier schedule, but I'm still scared about going to Georgia. And Auburn, I mean, credit where it's due to Stephen Pearl and the team. I thought they were going to get mollywops, playing Florida, and they beat them pretty comfortably too. That was a good win for them. That was in Gainesville too, right?
Mm-hmm. Stephen Pearl ain't winning in the Tommy Bowl.
I don't think so either, but I'm just saying, I give that team at least a little respect with their talent level.
Yeah.
This is a tough week for Tennessee is what I'm saying. At Georgia and home against Auburn is not a 2-0 layup.
Right.
The goal is to go 2-0, but you got to go out. You got to go out and do it.
Well, after let's see, what was it? After the Florida loss, we looked at the next 5, and you said you'd take 3 and 2.
Yep.
Because that included 1 road win and 2 home wins.
Yep.
So we're on pace. We're 2 and 2, but we got to win 2 on the road since we dropped 1 at home. So
the Kentucky loss was gross. Don't get me wrong. That's one you're not going to get over. But hell, at this point, you just have to say you're kind of cursed in that rivalry, especially in the regular season. Only in the regular season, but you just can't beat Mark Pope, and you're going to lose to bad Kentucky teams. But yeah, no. If you tell me we went 3 and 2, and that comes with a road win at Alabama and at Georgia, I think we'd feel pretty good coming out of it.
We'll feel good, yeah, for sure. I would like to see us string 2 together. I mean, because so far it's been win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. If we could string 2 together, it'd be an impressive road win to be able to go down to, what do they call that, Stegman?
Stegman.
Yeah.
Calhoun's Carp on the YouTube chat says, I can't get the absolute meltdown against the coal miners out of my head. I was so down I didn't even watch the Bama game because I was sure they would lose. That's what Sam tried to warn you. That's a Rick Barnes special. They didn't win that game last year, but I remember just how down everyone was going into that Auburn game on the road. Now, Auburn was number 1 team in the country, but everyone thought, man, Bruce is just going to whip our ass. And quite frankly, you should have won the game. You got kind of an unfortunate bounce on a Janai Broome offensive rebound that he kicks out for a 3, but I was expecting that type of performance. I think I said on Friday, if Tennessee didn't go down there and play well, I'd be really, really surprised and really, really panicked.
Shorthanded Florida game, everyone thought.
Yeah.
I remember every Tennessee fan was like, "Oh, Florida, free money, go ahead." And
I lost a lot of money on that game.
Yeah,
because we had the rumors of of Zakai, and I believe was it Igor out in that game too, and you thought, oh man, both those guys out, we're gonna get killed. Florida was still underdogs, and I just kept betting on Florida, and nope, that was a Rick Barnes special.
We beat them by 20.
Yep, that was a Rick Barnes special.
Such a weird game. That one was.
Yeah.
That team won the national championship.
Yeah, they did.
Yep. We get an extra day. The Georgia game got moved to tomorrow. So do you think that affects things in any way? Does that help?
I don't know, because both teams are getting the same amount of rest. I don't know, what's been the latest on our schedule? How do we get caught in Alabama for a while? Do we get back home? I know they said they changed their travel plans, but do we make it in on Saturday night? I haven't even seen those updates.
No idea.
Do they have weather in Athens? Is that a?
Yeah, I mean it snowed down in Atlanta.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I don't know about Athens specifically, but I know Atlanta got snow and ice.
I think it's big for us to get Jalen Carey another day.
Yeah, from that perspective, him dealing with they're calling it a hyperextended knee.
Mm-hmm.
That probably means Barnes says he was running around and was going to be able to come back in that game. Now you wonder what happens when the adrenaline wears off and the swelling kind of happens. But, yeah, from that perspective, Sam, that's a good point. You get an extra day to get him out there.
Yo, mama's so fat.
How
she
fat is
eats
she?
Wheat Thicks.
Ah, yes.
Yo, mama's so fat, she tripped over on 4th Avenue and ended up on 12th. Yo, mama's so fat, when she got on the scale, it said, "To be continued."
That's a classic one,
What's
too.
that second one mean? Wouldn't that just mean she's tall?
She's just big. She's just huge.
Yeah.
I mean, she takes up 8 blocks.
Yeah. She'd have to be pretty tall, too.
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, I don't like that one. And what was the first one? Wheat Thicks? What was that?
Yeah, Wheat Thicks instead of Wheat Thins.
Oh. I did like the to be continued one, though. This show is to be continued. Hour 1 of the books. Hour 2 coming at you. Stick with us.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Would you rather have your team win in a sweep or in a dramatic Game 7?
You're listening to Talk Sports. Dramatic Game 7. Let's take one of your teams, Ben. It can't be football because they only play one game. Who's your favorite hockey team?
The Predators.
The Preds, right? Ben loves the Preds. Best thing about watching the Preds play is what? Watching the Preds play.
No,
you know
wrong.
what I mean?
You're wrong.
With a 7th game, you get 7 games. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather watch 7 hockey games than just 4.
Airing every day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
You have done this to yourself. All I have to do is kick away the chair, my friend. The most famous Predator series of the last 5 years is when they swept the Chicago Blackhawks. And now Chicago cannot argue with Nashville ever because all they have to say is, hey, brooms.
Buddy,
brooms.
if
brooms.
Sure, they beat the Blackhawks, but you remember what happened?
Hey, Chicago, you trying to talk trash to me? You got swept. Brooms.
on 1340 WKGN.
Sweeping the team makes such a statement of, hey, we're better than you. When it's a sweep, you leave no doubt. There is nothing worse than losing a playoff game. And you've
Game
given me that
7 is
pain.
massive.
And you've given me that pain 3 times.
But
no
Game
thanks.
7 becomes so massive.
Brooms out, bitch.
Just watch.
Sweep. Sweep. Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Hour 2 headlines brought to you by our friends over at Inward Half. Sam, walk me through this new 18-year-old kid on the golf tour. Can you walk me through him? Because he seems kind of electric.
Yeah, Blades Brown.
Do we like him? Do people like him, or is he not liked? What's the vibe?
He seems pretty well liked.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, good story. I mean, high school kid going out there and just qualifying for some of these just off of like sponsor exemptions and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the kid, he's kind of like, he swings it a little similarly to Bryson. Like he's got kind of the one plane swing, as they say.
I've got zero clue what that means.
Yeah, it's you know how Bryson kind of looks like robotic a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's kind of got the similar. I heard someone say that he looks like Bryson and Ludwig Oberg kind of combined on his swings.
Like the super long shafts, does that have to do with it too, or no?
I don't know if he's got like super long shafts, but think of it like the swing is super straight. There's not a whole lot of like arms
No
bending
bends.
and stuff.
Okay, that would make me think that it's longer than if he doesn't bend.
I don't really know his.
Is he good?
Yeah, I mean, he almost shot 59 this weekend.
Well, I saw that, and that's the first time I'd seen him. But is he like an actual like big time prospect?
Yeah. Okay. He's gotten a few shots in a couple other events. Probably not as notable as this one, just because there's a decent field in this.
But he should be good in the next 3 or 4. Like he should be a new player in my life that I should get to know.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's a pretty big up and comer.
Okay,
played in the final group.
Yeah, no,
didn't play that great Sunday, but
well, I was going to say I didn't see him on the leaderboard whenever I checked, like in terms of up at the top, because I of course saw Scotty run away with it, but I was looking to see how he finished, and maybe I just missed it. But I was like, did he shoot over par or something?
I think he did end up shooting over par for Sunday.
I'm getting into golf mode, as the Masters, just a couple months away.
Yes, they finally let black people in the club. He shot a 59, you said?
He shot 60, but he
was close
had a
59.
putt to shoot 59.
I never shot a 59, but I shot a 61 one time. On the front nine.
He was 2 over yesterday, so he didn't play great Sunday, but tied for 18th finish.
InwardHalf.com.
Oh, speaking of Inward Half, I saw Todd Friday night.
Oh, yeah?
Shout out to Todd, yeah.
Where'd you see him at?
The airport.
Oh,
and then
he was coming in.
And then his home. Yeah, I took him home. Shout out to Todd. It was good to see him.
Did he book you, or did
he booked me?
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was a random, like you got a
no
request and just happened to pick him. I was like, whoa.
No, he just asked me if I could come pick him up.
How often does that happen where you just randomly pick up people you know? Does that happen ever?
It's happened several times where I picked people up and they knew who I was.
But not that you knew, like your friends?
No, I didn't. No. Well, one time I got a request from a Brandon downtown and I canceled it. And my friend called me. He's like, "You son of a bitch."
So it was him.
He's like, yeah. He's like, "Why'd you cancel on me?" I'm like, "How'd I know it's you? Like, what am I supposed to take every Brandon ride?" He's like, "You canceled on me."
Everyday comforts, unmatched performance, InwardHalf.com. Check out their gear. They got great stuff, great accessories, something for everyone in the family, and a big supporter of Fan Run Radio. They have been for a long time. We salute them.
Always.
Get you some Inward Half. They got great stuff. Those guys are blowing up. I love seeing them down there at the PJ events and just expanding the brand even more. Let's hit some Hour 2 headlines. Cody, what you got for the news?
Okay, thanks, John. College basketball action last night. The undefeated Arizona Wildcats remain just that way with an 86-83 win at BYU. Your boy DiBentanza didn't have enough to get over the Wildcats.
Say his name one more time, his real name.
DiBentanza.
I need to figure it out.
It's actually pretty easy if you just look at the way it's spelled.
Yeah, I know. It's just in my head now.
Tarantula. Demon Tarantula.
It's in my head now. I need to figure it out because he might be an Atlanta Hawk. I need to get familiar.
Caca. And also Duke
Banza
beat the absolute hell out of Louisville, 83-52. So
Arizona almost gagged that game away. I don't know if you guys were watching.
No,
I don't know if you. They were up, pretty much double digits the entire second half. They never really let BYU get close up until the very end. They're up, I want to say 10 with like a minute and a half left, and then a flurry of BYU makes a flagrant foul from Arizona. A couple missed free throws, and next thing you know, it was a 3-point game, and DeBanza was having a shot, to tie the game and missed it. Arizona survived, though. I got to be fully honest. I know, Sam, you called them the best team in the country last week on Friday. I didn't realize they were 20-0. I knew they were good, but I didn't realize they were, undefeated level good.
Yeah, and their resume is really nice, too. I mean, they got a road win at UConn, that's your number 2 team right now.
Yeah.
Beat Florida in the opener.
Yeah, they got some real nice wins.
Beat Auburn.
That road win at BYU last night was, that was a pick'em basically on the gambling spread. So that was one of those coin flip games. Anytime the number 1 team in the country can go into a good team's home and win, I'm very impressed by that because you just know how crazy the crowd gets. Whenever you're the number 1 team coming in, how raucous that environment's going to be, and them getting that win last night was super impressive.
As good as they are, I thought early in the year Arizona's probably the best team out there too, and they have unanimous votes as the number 1 team as we transition into the new AP poll here. But I feel like Duke is just they're beating the hell out of teams in the ACC. That win over Louisville last night, they absolutely obliterated them. I feel like Duke, we're on a collision course for Duke and Arizona, is how I feel. But you've also got Connecticut coming in at number 2, Michigan number 3, and how about number 5, also undefeated, the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the latest AP poll. The cowards refused to rank Tennessee, but we are receiving the most votes with 88.
Big game tonight for Nebraska ball. They play Michigan.
Yeah, like 10-point dogs, too, which, I know Michigan's really good, but.
Now, why is Alabama still ranked number 23 at 13-6, but we're ranked outside the top 25?
Why? I want to know why St. John's is ranked. Go look at that resume. They've lost to every good team they've played this year.
They are 15-5 with losses to Alabama, Iowa State, Auburn. Who else? Kentucky, and then they've lost one more somewhere. Yeah, you're right. They have lost every Providence.
Alabama, I will say, their losses, pretty good. I got no problem with that. I know we just beat Alabama on the road. Do I think we should be ranked ahead of them? Yeah, probably. But also, they were missing a couple players. I think that's fair to point out, too. Their 6 losses probably a little bit better than our 6 losses. They've lost to Purdue, Gonzaga, Arizona, at Vandy, Texas, and then us. So
Arizona,
pretty good list of losses.
I was gonna say but do they have a win better than Houston? But they did beat Illinois, which is a pretty good win.
I've got no issue with us staying unranked, just from a vibe standpoint. I want the boys to have a chip on their shoulder, and plus, whenever we get back in the top 25 after this weekend, I want it to be solidified after 2 wins. You know what I mean? Hey, a 3-game winning streak, we're getting put back in the top 20. To where we're kind of safe in there, even if we lose a game. I didn't want to come back in and then get knocked back out if we lost to Georgia. You know what I mean?
St. John's has got a loss to Providence, who's under 500. We don't have a loss like that on our schedule.
St. John's is benefiting from being the number 5 team in the country preseason, I guess. But, they don't seem to be very good. They were.
Also, apparently, we're ranking Miami of Ohio.
They're undefeated, and they are kind of a wagon, actually.
That's Miami of Ohio, though.
They're dropping 100 points a game pretty consistently.
Yeah, against people. Eastern Kentucky. Milligan. They played a team named Milligan.
Where's St. Louis ranked?
They're ranked high
22,
too.
I think.
Yeah, 20.
Well, I saw they're like number
21.
one. I saw their number one offensive and defensive efficiency. So like, they seem to be an actual really good team. That seems like that coach that they got from Indiana State is just actually really good.
Are MAC teams ever good in basketball? I'm trying to think of like a MAC team that went on the run, or that went on.
Ohio was good a few years ago.
Ohio.
Now, is that in their conference? I saw that, Sam, that St. Louis is number one in? Because they're not number one in the country in the real rankings. I need to check that. I don't need to see what I see.
This Miami, Ohio schedule is
St.
ridiculous.
Offense.
They haven't even played a.
I'd love to have this St. Louis coach as the next Tennessee coach after Barnes hangs it up.
He ain't ever hanging it up. He's going to coach till he's 105.
Yeah, see, right here's what I'm looking at. It says it's number one, but they're not number one at all. What is this?
Well, anyway, let's continue with the news.
Yeah. Give me some news.
Rick Pitino, we were just talking about St. John's. He got his 900th.
Effective field goal percentage offensively and defensively.
Victory.
That's what it was.
Pitino got number 900. And Bediako, Charles Bediako, his hearing has been delayed. The NCAA wants a new judge who's not an Alabama fan, I guess, an Alabama donor.
Actually, I think I saw that it was just because of the weather.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, that's what it says.
Yeah,
the hearing was delayed because of weather issues, according to a court filing.
Yeah, no justice.
Well,
here.
no. Well, the NCAA filed a motion Monday asking the judge to recuse himself from the case.
Right, but I'm just saying that's not why I got delayed. Now, maybe they do ask him, and maybe they do get him out of there or whatever. But
yeah, it got delayed because of the weather. But the NCAA does want to file. They do want a different judge because this guy's an Alabama booster, which seems crazy that you can just play the court system like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
rich and powerful people haven't been manipulating the laws in their favor before this Alabama judge.
Right.
Yeah. Justice is blind.
It's supposed to be. And the Commanders hire a defensive coordinator, Durante Jones. I don't know why that's the top headline. Jesus, the news on ESPN is really the third headline. Coco Gauff caught in private moment smashing her racket.
Oh,
who cares?
I was like, what's happening here? A private moment. Where did she get caught? She say something bad?
ICE agents to have security roll at Milan.
She kissing somebody?
Oh, it's going to be like when the Stones got the Hells Angels to do security at Altamont. We see how that worked out.
What about Shedeur making a Pro Bowl, Cody? That was big news.
Shedeur made a Pro Bowl? What Pro Bowl?
He made the Pro Bowl. Which is just such a joke. Like it's almost one of those that's just so ridiculous you have to laugh. Like, I don't know how far they got down the alternate list.
It kind of starts to make sense if you start naming off the AFC quarterbacks.
Did they call Cam Ward? Did he say no?
I would guess he's probably still,
rehabbing.
hurt,
Okay.
Yeah, with the AC joint.
I mean, that's fine. But just at that point, just don't take a quarterback. Like,
yeah, we'll
at that point, you don't have to
just put a wide receiver back there.
Yeah, like you don't have to have three. We'll dive into some football after the break, but I do want to give this college basketball stat. This comes from, I do appreciate this guy calling himself a college basketball guru. Nick Bateman, in parentheses, CBB
speak
guru.
it into existence.
That's like when Cody McClure had SEC in his name.
You can't be a guru if you don't refer to yourself as a guru.
13 total losses heading into week 13 for the top 10 in college basketball. 13 total losses.
For the top 10 teams?
Yeah, combined.
I'm assuming that's like a record low number?
Just 2 years ago, in late January, the top 10 had 34.
Yeah, wow.
The next lowest total over the past decade was 2019 with 21 total losses. So they're well ahead of schedule.
This might be one of those fun little stats that make you go ahead and be like, okay, your champion is coming from these teams, the top 10. Isn't there something like somewhere on the calendar it's the teams in the top 12 at the end of January or something?
No, I want to say it's like end of November, or December.
Well,
like it's even earlier in the season.
I think Arizona or Duke I mean, I don't know enough about the Big Ten. I don't know if I'm taking Michigan and Nebraska seriously.
It seems like the top is very heavy. So, it seems like you could pretty much look at this and say you'd get Arizona, UConn, Michigan, Duke, Nebraska, which is funny, but I don't know if I'd take them seriously yet. But Gonzaga, Michigan State, Iowa State, Illinois, Houston. Like, if you give me those 9 teams, I'll even give Nebraska to the field. I think we'd all just say, the champion's coming from one of those 9 teams. Like, it feels that way. And you might even say you just need, 3.
Big Ten, don't they typically underperform in the tournament?
They do. And you got, Michigan there. You got, Nebraska, like I said, I'm not really counting them. Michigan State, Illinois.
If anybody, you can trust Izzo.
Yo mama's so fat, when she wants people to shake her hand, she has to give directions.
Okay.
Directions to her hand.
Yo mama's so fat, people jog around her for exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Yo mama's so fat, she puts lipstick on with a paint roller.
That's pretty good. I like that one. The best.
Yeah. The best of all of them, or just the best of that 3?
That's the best I've heard so far.
Oh, no.
What was your favorite?
Break a leg and gravy comes out. The two.
I didn't get that one.
It just means her blood is gravy. She eats so much gravy that's what her insides contain.
I thought it was like a KFC reference or something.
Well, it kind of is.
Okay.
It kind of is.
Okay, so her blood is gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That one was over my head.
We'll talk some football coming up next. Stick with us.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
All right, let's talk some football. Shedeur Sanders, Pro Bowler.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Only the best of the NFL get to go to the Pro Bowl. Only the very top players.
It's pretty funny. I did like a tweet of somebody just saying, I can't wait to refer to Shador as a Pro Bowl quarterback in bad faith from now on. This is awesome. Like, when you're arguing, oh, yeah, well, he's a Pro Bowler. What's your guy ever done? Scraping the bottom of the barrel, but that's what the Pro Bowl is. Maybe that's the biggest sign. We should just cancel it. But
yeah,
we got some pretty good conference championship games. Overall, it was a really, really good playoffs. The Shield delivers. It always does. Thank you, Shield. Bow your head.
Well,
give your thanks.
We all knew that it was going to be the Patriots and the Seahawks back in September when we saw the graphic of Drake May and Sam Darnold leading the way.
Have you seen the graphic conspiracy?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen this?
No.
Oh,
this is big time here, John.
I've got most conspiracies filtered out of my algorithm.
It's back to the colors.
Okay, so colors, yeah.
Are you familiar with like these type of things?
Yeah,
where it's like okay, so there's a couple that have raised some red flags apparently. Said, so at this point, we're all pretty freaked out. Sam Darnold and Drake May are closest to the Super Bowl trophy from this graphic that was posted back in September.
Mm-hmm.
Sauce Gardner and Jonathan Taylor right next to each other. Of course, Sauce ended up getting traded to the Colts to join Taylor. Bryce Young and Jordan Love right next to each other. Both made the playoffs in the NFC. Both played on the same day. Yeah. Both suffered heartbreaking losses and got knocked out of the playoffs. Okay. Pat Surtain standing between Sam Darnold and Drake May, meaning metaphorically he could be the one to stop them battling in the Super Bowl, and he almost did.
This is like I'm listening to one of the, what was the Barstool guy's name? Jerry and the Signs. This feel like I'm listening to that.
Malik Neighbors, Baker Mayfield, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jaden Daniels, Justin Jefferson, Tua, and Bijan all connected in the middle. None of them.
Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald had the same amount of letters in their
None
name.
of them made the playoffs. And then the best one, John, the one that I found, if you're backing the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl, Cam Ward standing right behind Sam Darnold, so that's your next Super Bowl champion.
Oh, okay. I'm all right. I'm on board with that one.
The one that really got me.
Cam Ward made the graphic.
The one that really got me was in like 2012. There was an Illuminati documentary on Netflix that pointed out all these things coincidences that, the Federal Reserve and the Rothschilds and all these connections and the eyeball on the $1 bill and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah. 2012 was a key year for me where it could have gone one way or another.
Now, see, this is a big part of why I have such a problem. Because to me, what you just described, that's what woke is. Or at least what woke used to be. You opening up your third eye to the Illuminati. That's what my generation used to call woke.
Oh, yeah?
Was like stay woke to the powers that be.
Right.
Stay woke. Keep your third eye open. Why is this happening? Like, it was all about conspiracy theories. At some point, it got hijacked by people that just made it seem like you were woke if you were a Democrat or a liberal or whatever.
That's just a right-wing adjective.
Yeah, it got completely hijacked. Woke used to be being aware of your surroundings and like having your third eye open. Your third eye, Cody, was open. It was awake. You were woke.
Well, there was a key. I would say the years from like, call it 2010 to like 2014, right in that era of like, yeah, the internet was big. Yeah, social media was getting bigger, but it wasn't quite there yet.
Sure.
Social media. And so, like, these conspiracies, I would say that was the golden age of getting into conspiracies.
Sure,
like 2012.
That was when YouTube rabbit holes, were a real thing. And, I mean, it was a big deal when the Loose Change documentary, like, made it to, like, Netflix, and you actually had, like, the 9/11 conspiracies get kind of mainstreamed a little bit.
But I could see where you could go down that path and never come back. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what being woke used to mean.
Yeah.
That's what being woke used to mean. Now it just means that you know.
Like, I was that way for a little bit. I was like, oh, this makes sense. All these things connect. And then I was like, that's probably not true. And then, I kind of got out of it. But, like, I could see where somebody goes too deep into that, and then suddenly you're on what was that thing?
4chan?
No. Well, that too. But what was the thing they were all it was like during COVID, the right-wingers, they were all on I can't think of it. They called them something.
I got no clue what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, but I can't think of it. Start with an M. It's like a. I'll think of it.
I don't know if the script makers in the NFL would have picked Sam Darnold versus Drake May. That's why I have a problem with the conspiracy. Is like, this isn't a very sexy Super Bowl. Why would they go through the trouble of rigging this? But I will say, I find it to be a pretty interesting Super Bowl. I thought it was some pretty good conference championship games. I feel vindicated in saying that the Broncos were going to be ready to play, that I wasn't just penciling in the Patriots to the Super Bowl. I did take the Broncos plus 4 points, and I did think it was a good game, one obviously that they could have easily won.
QAnon is what I was thinking of.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
I had to get that out, or it was going to bother me the rest of the
No, yeah, I'm glad you figured it out.
QAnon, that's what I was thinking.
That does not start with the letter M.
No, it doesn't, but that is what I was thinking of. The Broncos, they had a good showing. I mean, the weather kind of screwed them up. Stidham just, he started off hot. That pass he hit early to Mims. Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful throw. Big pass there. I said, all right, let's go Denver. I was like, from South Park, the guy from South Park. Let's go Denver. But it didn't work out. So
there were a couple things that stood out. I mean, that throw was great. The Broncos defense was swarming. It was making plays. I would like to know at what point Sean Payton knew there was inclement weather coming. Like, because it feels like it kind of caught him by surprise. And I say that because I feel like if you know that there's inclement weather coming, you take a 10-point lead. And look, I'm not usually kick the field goal guy. I'm not. I got no issue with someone going for 4th and 1, inside their opponent's territory when they're up 7-0. I got no issue with that. Go for the kill. And even with a backup quarterback, I think those points are more valuable. I think you try to score a touchdown to go up 14-0 with your backup quarterback. Now, I think I would have maybe called just a quarterback sneak. I think I would have done maybe the old tush push there instead of trying like a play action rollout pass to my running back. I don't think I would have done that. But I do think if I knew the weather report and that snow was coming, I think maybe I try to get a 10-0 lead there and take control of the game.
Probably would have been a good strategy. The way that they were talking about it on the broadcast to me was almost like the weather was a surprise. Like they didn't, which maybe that was just Romo being a freak, but it was like they didn't expect that to just come so hard and fast.
Now I knew.
Pause.
Yeah, I knew there was a tweet from somebody in Denver covering the game at like 2:30, so like 30 minutes before the game, that was basically saying like bad weather's coming, but maybe they didn't realize how severe and how quickly, but
how hard and fast it would come.
Right. And Sean Payton, I think you take a 10-point lead if you know the weather is going to get as bad as it did in the second half. But even with the Sean Payton 4th down decision that made everybody so mad, it really comes down to Jarrett Stidham, bro. Like, don't push the ball forward with your hand. Just take a sack. Like, it's 3rd and 4. Just take a sack. Punt the ball. Who cares? Him trying to throw the ball down and it being a lateral and that setting up the Patriots for their only touchdown of the game. To me, that's far more egregious than anything Sean Payton did with his 4th down call. Just Jarrett Stidham, don't lose your mind, bro. Take a sack. Who cares if you get sacked? Punt the ball. It's an altitude. You can kick it further. Like, who cares? That was such a bad play.
You got to think that game would be so different if it were played like in an indoor stadium. Is there a subset of, and I'm not saying I'm this guy because I'm not, I'm a traditionalist. I love football in the snow. Like, to me, that's what it should be. But is there a subset of football fans who are like anti-weather?
Yes.
Of like, this game should be played in a place where we get each team's best?
Well, also the NFL is that because they don't put the Super Bowl in bad weather. They tried it once in recent memory, and it led to, the Broncos getting absolutely killed by the Seahawks and Peyton Manning's body freezing up on him and them just looking very cold as the Seahawks beat them, I believe, 40-8.
43-8.
43-8.
Where was that game?
That was in New York at the new MetLife. It was in MetLife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like frigid, and Peyton Manning was clearly like in pain, and his old body could not handle it. And the Seahawks were just more physical and beat them up.
The game that started on a safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always remember that score, 43-8 for some reason. But I wonder why they played that in New York.
I think New York had just gotten the new stadium, maybe, or at least it was
MetLife.
I mean, I'm not saying it opened, but like you get the new stadium, and usually they give you a Super Bowl. That's kind of the trend. You get it within like 3 or 4 years. When did MetLife open? I want to say it opened.
I feel like it's old.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. I don't know why it was there then. I don't know.
I feel like, 2000 at the latest. Like, I don't know exactly, but I feel like it's been around a long time.
2010 is what the internet says.
Is when MetLife opened?
That's what it says. It opened in 2010.
Where did the Jets and Giants play before?
Well, the Giants I know used to play in Giant Stadium. I knew that was a thing.
I didn't realize MetLife was new.
They had the Meadowlands and this like the new Meadowlands or whatever, but like.
Okay.
So like I would assume it was they gave them the Super Bowl around that time because that was 2014. So like it opens and then you get in the rotation.
Okay. I saw some tweets where New Yorkers they were pushing for a new stadium actually in the city, like instead of being across in Jersey in the Meadowlands.
I feel like that'd be near impossible with New York real estate costs, but
seems like it. They were saying Hudson Yards maybe would be the place that they would have put it, which I don't know exactly where that is.
Well, I don't think they're going to get a new stadium after getting one in 2010.
Driving into New York City is wild. Like when you're coming from Jersey, because there's literally nothing. Like you have that stadium and like a casino or something, but it's just like swampy field. It looks just like driving through eastern Arkansas almost, like the Meadowlands. There's absolutely nothing there. And then boom, Lincoln Tunnel, and then New York City. It's like just you would think there would be more going on there in the Meadowlands, but there's not.
The Patriots did not leave you with a great feeling, but hey, they're in the Super Bowl. Like, Cody, you've put their schedule down the entire season about how easy their schedule was. Their playoff run, they got to play, a really broken Chargers team with no offensive line. C.J. Stroud lost his mind, and then they got Jared Stidham in a snowstorm.
Yeah, you can't say they haven't earned it because, they've played an NFL schedule, but they have been very fortunate in the path that they've gotten. Like, I don't know if it is best, like, I guess that the Patriots won just because, A, you need somebody to root against, and B, Drake May is at least a good name to have at quarterback as opposed to Jarrett Stidham being there with the Broncos,
You've seen that this was the Patriots' 8th playoff win with 16 or fewer offensive points scored in the past 30 years. And the next closest team is the Ravens and Eagles with 3 in the last 30 years.
A lot of that would be like, hey, Belichick won, was a defensive mastermind, Belichick. And also like what Cody's talking about, a lot of those were played in Foxborough of like, hey, bad weather, and bad weather's going to lead to lower scoring games.
Tom Brady.
Now, that was also, this one was just like, hey, C.J. Stroud lost his mind, and Jared Stidham sucks. It was a snowstorm.
I'm so much more annoyed by the NFC because the Seahawks, to me, all year have just been so boring. And I kind of thought all year, like a good part of the year anyway, that they were the best team.
Yeah.
Like I had them at the top of my MySpace top 8 there a few weeks ago. But
they were always out there with the Rams, too. Like, we've been consistent in saying that. You said the winner of the NFC West or that the Super Bowl was going to be an NFC West champion. So, like, you were right about that.
I just really wanted Stafford and the Rams. Like, to me, that would have been such a better – Rams versus Patriots would have been a good Super Bowl. Seahawks just feel – I don't know. They're just kind of boring to me. I do think they're probably going to – I don't want to say kill New England, but what's the spread of the Super Bowl? I'm sorry, the big game.
It went up. The largest spread in 15 years. What do you think the largest spread in 15 years is?
In the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like 7.5. I don't know.
Sam, do you know what the largest spread in the Super Bowl is the last 15 years?
Probably what I would have guessed, too.
7.5. Bubba?
I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say 9.5.
Damn, I thought he was going to get us with the Yo Mama joke there.
Same.
The largest spread in the Super Bowl the last 15 years is only 4.5 points.
Okay.
And it's been done a handful of times. The 2021 Rams was favored by 4.5 over the Bengals. They won by 4. The Patriots were 4.5 point favorites over the Eagles in 2017.
They
the
lost.
Underdog Eagles won by 8. The Panthers were 4.5-point favorites against the Broncos. The Broncos won by 14. The 49ers were 4.5-point favorites against the Ravens, and the Ravens won by 3. So of those 4 games, the Underdog won outright 3 times. They were a perfect 4-0 against the spread. This one, Cody, I think opened up at 4 and then immediately got bet to like 5.5.
So this could be the biggest spread of the last 15 years.
Correct.
Well,
and then 15 years would take you back, I guess, to like, would that be Steelers Cardinals or would it be Giants Patriots? I guess so. It'd be either one of those. Giants Patriots round 2.
Was that the one where New England was undefeated?
No,
that was the
that
first
was round
one.
1. Yeah, that was 07/08.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of see why. I mean, I think Seattle's just clearly the better team, and I'll be rooting for Seattle, but I'll do it. I'll be rooting for them in a very bored kind of way.
I think from a rooting standpoint, yeah, I would have rooted harder for the Rams to win, and Puka, my boy, to get a Super Bowl ring and Stafford get a second ring, but I think Seattle is well deserving. I mean, I do think the margin between Seattle and the Rams razor thin.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do think both of those last 2 matchups in Seattle, you could argue the Rams were better than the Seahawks. In the first one, especially in the second one, you could argue that it was like a muff punt, a guy falling down and having the ball bounce off of him was kind of the difference in the game. But even with that, Stafford has the ball inside the 10-yard line with the chance to go score and win. But I'm not taking away from Seattle. They're every bit as good as the Rams, even if they're not as sexy and exciting. Like Jackson Smith and Jigba, I don't like him as much as Puka, but he's just as good at football. Like, to me, maybe it's prisoner of the moment, but, like, those are the 2 best receivers, I think, in the league. At least with, like, their quarterback attached to them. Like, those are the 2 biggest threats, Smith and Jigba and Puka. And I'm not going to be mad at Sam for saying he wanted to just bet on the tight ends' yards instead of just riding the studs of Puka and Jackson Smith and Jigba for our TalkSports parlay on Sunday night. But I will say, Sam, I hit a nice same-game parlay just riding the 2 receivers and not messing with the tight ends.
Well, that was a great game in that, like, each team's top receiver and each team's running back scored.
Yeah.
So, like, you could have just done that, like, take the 4 best odds on the touchdown scores.
I just took both star receivers to score.
Yeah, we should have done that for our parlay, but, like, because when it actually came game time, I was like, nope, I'm just going to bet on the studs.
Somebody out there definitely hit, like, a plus 1,200 or whatever that
sure.
would be with Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, Puka, and JSN.
Yeah, I mean, and even the wide receiver number 2s, they hit their overs. I mean, Cooper Kupp didn't have a lot of yards, but he had some big yards. Like, he had a couple really big catches on 3rd downs and drew a holding on the game-changing 3rd down. He was great. Did you see the scene with him and Puka after the game? Did you watch the video of them on the field together?
Puka and who?
And Cooper Kupp.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel good. It gave me some good, like, sports goosebumps, just because, of course, Cooper Kupp used to be a Ram, was there Puka's rookie year, and Puka's just like, man, I love you so much, I'm so happy for you, go win it. And Cooper Kupp's like, oh, you're the best in the league, man. And there's like, it couldn't have been any other way, and they're
Did
just
they
happy.
Kiss?
It came close. They came close to kissing, but it made me feel good just about the competitive side of it, and like, good for Cooper Kupp. But like the Seahawks, I think are worthy, and to me, Sam Darnold, this might be the best comeback story in sports in a long, long, long time. Like, Sam Darnold's kind of what we tried to make Baker Mayfield. Like, we tried to make Baker Mayfield that guy all year, and it's like, hey, number 1 pick, thrown to the side, thrown in the garbage. His team didn't want him. Wow, even the Carolina Panthers garbage ass didn't want him. Yeah. Wow, like, this is terrible. Like, all that happened, and then you get to the end of the year, and Baker Mayfield, okay, whatever. But Sam Darnold, I mean, that's a guy that's really been left for dead. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even an injury that left him for dead. It was, hey, I can't play quarterback. I'm seeing ghosts. I'm confused. I'm scared type of thing. And, even him, I know the Titans have been easy to make fun of for the whole Mike Vrabel thing. But, like, if I was a Vikings fan, I would be beside myself because they went from, 13-4 to, 8-9 this year?
Irrelevant.
And they have a roster built to win, but their quarterback was so bad that they just became irrelevant. It's much more damning to me that they let Sam Darnold walk to give the ball to J.J. McCarthy, who sucks, versus the Titans, who were headed for a big rebuild with or without Mike Vrabel. It's much more damning that the Vikings let Darnold go and immediately go to the Super Bowl than it is that the Titans fired Mike Vrabel and he got to go to the Patriots and take them to the Super Bowl. You can argue both are embarrassing, whatever. I'm still fine with the Titans firing Vrabel because I don't think we'd have been any better with him over the last couple of years, or at least significantly better with him over the last couple of years. But the Vikings let a guy walk that took them to 13-4 and 1 game away from the 1 seed last year. And they said, nah, we're good. We're going to go with this quarterback who can't play. Like, J.J. McCarthy can't play. And I was wrong about that. I said, hey, Kevin O'Connell, I trust him to coach him up. He's a first-round pick. I think he'll be good. I was dead wrong about that. Bad take.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but I do remember back in August when we were talking about it. You and Sam both, though, you guys were like, oh, yeah, the Vikings.
No, I said J.J. McCarthy sucks.
No, yeah, Sam
you did? For some reason, I thought you both said it.
About.
And I was like, are you guys or I feel like somebody else agreed with you, though.
I was just joking all year about, like, 9.
I was like, are we sure about J.J. McCarthy?
And to be fair, I was betting on his first-round talent or whatever, his first-round draft position, but I was really just buying into the coach and the roster around him. And I thought, if Sam Darnold could thrive in it, then J.J. McCarthy could at least give 85% of that, and that'd still be good enough to make the playoffs. So, yeah, that was a bad take by me. But it was an even worse take by the Vikings, who got to see it up close and personal every day and got to see Sam Darnold every day and got to see J.J. McCarthy in practice every day. Them making that gamble 100 times worse than me saying that I believe in the system and the talent there.
Yeah, that was terrible for them. It worked out very poorly. What do you make of the Mikes beating the Seans? Both Mikes beat both Seans. Both matchups, a Mike versus a Sean.
What I will say is that I kind of feel like it's a big win for defensive-minded coaches. Like, hey, let's get to late December and let's win with defense, because the two golden boy offensive coaches kind of blinked a little bit. And McVay, it was not a good postseason for McVay. It was not a good postseason. I thought he was bad in their game against the Bears, and he got lucky. And I thought he was bad in the game against Seattle. You got to go for one of those 2-point conversions, Sean. Like, you score twice, down 11, and instead of trying to make it a 3-point game, which, of course, then they get stopped inside the 10-yard line, where they could have kicked a field goal to tie the game. Instead of doing that, he kicks 2 extra points, and they're down 4, and they never get the chance for the game-tying field goal. Bad coaching by McVay. And on the flip side, I got to give a shout-out to McDonald. His aggressiveness on that last drive, I thought for sure they were going to be careful with Darnold and punt the ball back to the Rams, and they didn't. They were very aggressive on second downs with play actions and let Darnold throw the ball, and they kept moving the chains and essentially never gave the ball back to the Rams. I know they got it back with like 30 seconds left, which is good enough for Puka to hit his 125 yards from my parlay, so shout out to him. That was a miracle. But I thought McDonald was great.
Yo mama's so fat, she went to the movies and sat next to everyone.
Is Mike collectively the best name in the history of the NFL as a football coach? Like, when you combine all of them?
We'll talk about it next. Stick with us.
Okay.
It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Cody posed the question, is Mike the best name in NFL history?
When it comes to head coaches collectively, because you got to think, Mike Vrabel and Mike McDonald, two guys headed to the Super Bowl, and then historically, Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy, those two faced off in a Super Bowl. Remember that?
Yeah. That's all fine and dandy. I'm still going to lock in Bill.
I already thought of
Bill Walsh. I get Bill Belichick and Bill Walsh.
You get Bill Parcells.
And Bill Parcells. Like, to me, like that, those three by far.
Well, I didn't even think of Bill Walsh, but I was thinking Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells.
Yeah. And Bill Walsh, the creator of the West Coast offense. So, like,
but when you combine them, though,
no,
it's not even close.
Not even close.
No,
you got three of the four best coaches.
Is Bill Belichick even a good coach?
Yes. Yeah, Bill Belichick.
Are we sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Are we sure that Tom Brady isn't just the greatest quarterback that ever lived, and he just carried Bill Belichick's ass to 6 Super Bowls?
If you tell me, I said Belichick 8, but that was he was been to 8, right?
Yeah, he won 6.
Yeah, won 6.
But Bill Parcells.
No, Bill's getting credit for 8. They're counting his, I guess, time as an assistant too.
Okay,
per the internet.
I don't count that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But Bill Parcells, I mean, he was under Bill Parcells, and Bill Parcells is one of the great coaches of all time. I had already thought of the name Bill, but I didn't think of Bill Walsh, so I was just thinking Parcells and Belichick versus at least 4 Mikes.
Yeah.
You still take the Bills.
No,
though.
you take the Bills by far.
What about the fact that the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls?
Now, if you add the Buffalo Bills in there, yeah, that does maybe change things. But
I think it does.
They did lose one of those 2 Bill Parcells, though, right? So
it cancels out.
Yeah.
So we'll say the Bills lost 3 Super Bowls in a row, sort of. So, yeah, I don't know. You probably got to take the Bills.
And I do still think Bill Belichick's a great coach. Now,
I don't know.
I think there was like 2 parts of the dynasty there for the Patriots, and you could tell me the second part of the dynasty was all because of Brady, and I would agree with that. But the first part was all because of Belichick.
He had some great defenses over the years.
Yeah,
for sure. Another thing with the graphic that
as Jared says, Bill Cowher as well, which.
Oh, yeah. Hell, I forgot about Bill Cowher.
He gets to add, one Super Bowl for Bill Cowher?
Yeah, and just years and years of being the coach. How about the Steelers? Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin going into era number 4 with Mike McCarthy, who's going to be there for 20 years.
Well, that is the weird thing to me is that it sets up, and I know a lot of people are making fun of the Mike McCarthy hire. It does feel like a weird fit. Because I think he could coach young quarterbacks, but they don't have a young quarterback. They might not even have a quarterback. Now, maybe they keep Rodgers around, which I don't know if that would excite me. Or maybe they go out and they get, Ty Simpson or something in the first round, and they let McCarthy coach him there. But at the very least, Mike McCarthy is in his 60s, and he's not going to be there for much longer than like 7 or 8 years. That just doesn't seem like their type of hire because, they pride themselves on having the long-run tenures.
Is it the best job in football when you consider that you don't get fired?
I mean, job stability-wise, sure. Job stability-wise, sure. I would rather be the Las Vegas Raiders coach, though, because they fire coaches pretty quickly and give you all your buyout. Like John Gruden.
You don't have to work.
He got like a $100 million deal. Then the NFL did try to screw him out of it. But then, Pete Carroll gets that big deal, and they fire him after 1 year. Antonio Pierce got a contract and got fired after a year. So,
I don't even know who that is. Yeah, the Steelers, it is surprising because you would think maybe they'd go for a younger guy and, make him their future. Because Mike McCarthy, like you said, he's not going to be around too long. I mean, like you said, 7 or 8 years maybe. I mean, but if I'm a Steelers fan, I'm like, can we please move on from Aaron Rodgers? At this point, if we got our new coach, we're building for something in the future. Is Aaron Rodgers the best we can do at age 42? Can we not bring in someone else? And maybe that is the plan in the draft. Not that many quarterbacks to choose from, though.
No, there's not. And I don't know what they end up doing, but the McCarthy hire, it did seem a little strange. But he's a respected coach. They're a respected franchise. I don't know if it'll be successful. And I don't know if Mike McCarthy wants Aaron Rodgers back. They had a pretty nasty breakup. I don't know if they want Aaron Rodgers back at the way it ended last year. He gets them to the playoff. He had that moment against Baltimore. That would have been where the movie ends. If Aaron Rodgers had a movie made about his career, he gets his last moment, and then they put in the footnotes they lost in the next round. But
his last moment, what, a pick six?
For a night. Yeah, for a night, though, he was the same old gunslinger.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. But, he wants to play with McCarthy, though, is the talk that I read, is that he would be more likely to maybe – give it another year since Mike's coming in.
Sure, versus a coach he didn't know at all, because there is some familiarity there. And, I'm sure there's nothing that, there are some wounds time can't heal, but, I would imagine their beef could easily be hashed out. If Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant could get back together after Phil Jackson wrote a book that, really took Kobe to task after their first breakup and they were able to get back together, I would imagine Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy could do the same thing. I just don't know if that actually leads to any type of success for the Steelers.
Boy, you using a phrase like beef hashed out has really got me hungry. I'm thinking about hash browns and beef now.
It is going to be pretty funny. Right now, and maybe we say this every year. Maybe we say, I know I say it every year, but I'm going to predict the Steelers to finish under 500 next year. It would be pretty funny if Mike Tomlin has that streak for 19 years, and then McCarthy comes in year one and goes under 500. But, I don't think they have a roster that is set to be a winning team next year.
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like there's a disconnect between ownership and the fan base, where ownership just wanted to bring in a coach who could kind of keep the status quo and keep them running the way that they do and just win just enough. But the fans – I think wanted something fresh, There's a disconnect there.
Yeah. I mean, I think the young defensive coordinator, Shula, would have had people pretty fired up. But, yeah, to go from Mike Tomlin, who felt old and, you were ready for a fresh change, to then Mike McCarthy, who is old and going to be more of the same, it does feel like just a kind of a gross hire.
We were talking about those conspiracy graphics. There's another one that has Jackson Smith and Jigba and Drake May as the two most prominent figures. When the playoffs started, they released a graphic, and it had other players around it, but it also had Drake May and JSN just kind of staring each other down as the two biggest heads on that graphic. I don't know if we have a color scheme this year, though. What's the Super Bowl color scheme? Is it because if it's turquoise and blue or red, I mean, that could be Patriots Seahawks.
Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. We got Tuesday trivia?
I made trivia.
Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday.
Some Tuesday trivia. Stick with us.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com. The voluntary reaction
Can't get enough Tennessee basketball? Join Fan Run Radio as soon as every UT game is over for Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction. We'll be taking your calls on the Vols as soon as every game is over. So tune in and buckle up as we drink from the keg of glory all the way to the Final Four.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the C&B Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at C&B has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power rankings, Tuesday trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's get another batch of news. What you got, Cody Mack?
All right, thanks, John. Some college football headlines for you. Darian Mensah and Duke have settled. their dispute as the quarterback eyes a transfer to Miami. They agreed to a settlement that will clear the way for him to transfer.
And that's being openly talked about, it being Miami. Like it's.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's expected to transfer to Miami now that his dispute with Duke has been resolved, says ESPN.
All right. Well, good for Miami. They were able to reload at quarterback.
Yeah, that's nice.
It does seem like we were the only ones that did not.
Left out in the cold.
Did not get a quarterback.
Old news, but, you guys might have talked about it Friday. I don't know. The college football playoff remaining 12-team field for next season.
Yeah, we did. Now, we didn't go into the minutia of it and, like, the changes. Like, they did shore up that basically the Group 5 is not going to be able to double dip. Basically, the Group 5 is going to get pretty much capped at one spot. The highest Group 5 team will still get a spot. And then the other big thing, and something that, who knows, maybe will impact Tennessee, you better be a couple spots ahead of Notre Dame, because if they're in the top 12, they're automatically in. You better not be on that 11th or 10th spot just in case.
Did you see where USC has hired Gary Patterson?
Yeah, that was weird.
Was he even coaching? I feel like he's been retired.
That's what we were trying to figure out. Like, it was like he had been maybe just doing some, like, analyst work.
It seems like he was doing analyst work, but I believe he took last year off.
Okay.
But I think he was doing analyst stuff before then.
What they hire him to do? Be the DC? Or what?
Kind of think so.
Yeah.
Maybe just defensive analyst.
Yeah. No, he's defensive coordinator at USC.
Yeah.
So he left TCU in 2022. He just hung out at Texas as a special assistant to the head coach, whatever the hell that means. Took 23 off. In 24, he was considered a consultant at Baylor. And now in 2026, he is the defensive coordinator at USC, which very weird last 5 years for him.
He is a Hall of Fame coach. LSU picks up offensive tackle Jordan Seaton, the former Tennessee recruit who went to Colorado. He will now be joining Lane Kiffin in Baton Rouge. The top offensive tackle in the transfer rankings. He was also considering Miami, Oregon, and Mississippi State. But he is going to go play for Kiffin.
No, real, whatever. Good job by Lane Kiffin fixing his roster.
Ohio State.
They're going to be good when they come here. I was hoping we'd get a little bit of a scheduling break, but I would imagine LSU is going to be pretty good in November when they come to Knoxville.
Ohio State finalizes a deal with ex-Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith.
That, to me, was very strange. Arthur Smith seems like a NFL lifer. Like, he seems like the NFL guy that just spends all of his time here. But to go to Ohio State as an OC,
going back to school.
Was everyone just sick of him? Was everyone just tired of him?
My favorite tweet was maybe he saw Jeremiah Smith and saw Jay Smith on the roster and thought it was Jonnu Smith, and so he took the job.
I saw a similar one that just said Jonnu Smith is going back to college, like has a year of eligibility left, because Arthur Smith doesn't go anywhere without Jonnu.
The ACC moves its title game to noon in the schedule announcement for the first time since 2008.
So we kind of talked about that. So they basically moved the Big 12 to Friday night.
Yeah.
Which made sense that they now needed a noon game. The Big 10 has the night slot. The SEC has the middle of the day slot. So enjoy being there in the noon slot, ACC. But now every conference has a standalone title game, which makes sense. It makes sense. I still think if I was the Big 12, I would have wanted to keep Saturday at noon. What do you think is more valuable, Saturday at noon or Friday night?
I would think Saturday at noon, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are going out and doing getting out of the house on December 7th. At that point, you're kind of just cold and you stay in. So I feel like noon would be pretty good, but I guess by that same thinking, Friday night is probably still pretty good too. People aren't going out there either.
What'd you make of Dabo Swinney calling out Pete Golding.
I thought it was awesome, to be honest. I thought it was awesome. I know Dabo's an easy target to make fun of, and sometimes he is pretty cringy, but I think that it was a good move, and I hate when coaches come out and beat around the bush. Old man Mac Brown, he kept talking about how teams were offering Drake May all that money at Drake May's last year at UNC, but he wouldn't come out and say it was Alabama and Nick Saban. He just kept beating around the bush, and I wanted him to say, Nick Saban's trying to buy my quarterback, but he wouldn't do it. I hate when coaches do that. And maybe it's because they're cheating themselves. Maybe that's why you don't whistle blow loudly and start pointing fingers because, your hands aren't clean. But Dabo, I will say his hands are probably pretty clean in the transfer portal because he's new to the transfer portal. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like he's been really going out and cheating and doing things in there over the last couple of years. This is new to him. So his hands are clean. He ain't got to worry about anybody turning him in. So he came out and said, yeah, Pete Golding is a cheater. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a new coach. I warned him and told him, hey, this is illegal, back off. But they kept doing it. So now I'm going to let the chopper spray and give you every single receipt. And even, I don't know if you saw, but the linebacker still has a bio up on Clemson's website, on Clemson's team page. And if you click on it, it takes you to the press conference where Dabo outlines everything that happened in terms of the tampering.
Well, that's funny.
I think it's awesome what Dabo did. Do you have a different take or?
Well, no. I mean, I agree with Dabo, but I just feel like he's left in the dust at this point. I mean, would you rather have Dabo as your coach or Pete Golding right now, if you could pick one?
Oof, man, that's a good question.
One guy's a two-time national champion, but the other one seems more in line with today's era.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to make a case for Dabo. I don't know how you would even make the case. I mean, unless you just think Pete Golding is a moron. But in the past, Cody, 10 years ago, I would have said Pete Golding, or excuse me, I would have said Dabo, and that's without even the championships. No, that's without even the championships. I just mean those rules, because you would have thought Pete Golding would have got caught cheating. Even if Dabo was in the place he was now, a former great, kind of looking more and more like Mac Brown every day, I probably still would have taken him just because I knew he wouldn't get in a scandal, get caught cheating, whereas you knew Golding was going to get caught. But I don't even think that matters anymore.
Isn't that kind of a crazy thing, though, that Golding hasn't even been a coach, really, a head coach, and you're comparing him against a two-time national champion, but really you might rather have Golding?
It's just more about Dabo for me than it is Golding. It's just more about Dabo. He's a dinosaur.
OnlyFans star Sophie Rain has officially eclipsed the $100 million earnings mark in just 2 years.
Do we believe that?
That's what it says.
I know that's what it says, but do we believe that? Because I've seen those girls post their money and how much money they're making, but everyone says those numbers are inflated and not real. $100 million? Really?
It's a lot of money.
She is a voluptuous woman, though. Voluptuous woman.
Could you expand on that?
I'm looking at her images. She's stacked. She is kind of hot.
A man on
$100 million hot? I don't know about that.
They found a guy on Twitter who said in 2012.
She's 21 years old. Following her dismissal from a waitressing job, she set up an OnlyFans account. Oh my God! What a sick country we live in. What a sick world this is.
You like what you see? This guy's over here on our OnlyFans right now.
That's not true. Only one of us in this room.
Looks like it.
Only one of us in this room has ever subscribed to an OnlyFans.
I'm seeing a lot of skin.
And it ain't me. You're seeing her Instagram.
I'm seeing a lot of skin right there.
You're seeing her Instagram is what you're seeing. Only one of us has paid for someone's OnlyFans in this room, and it ain't me.
Allegedly. A guy who watched Drake May at 9 years old in 2012 called him the best athlete he's ever seen.
It's kind of creepy,
Did you
right?
see this tweet?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Good call by him, but then I was thinking maybe he was a 13-year-old, but there was 9-year-old. I'm like, why is this guy here scouting 9-year-old quarterbacks?
Justin Farkas tweeted on August 25th, 2012, "Holy crap, Drake May is the best athlete I've ever seen, playing up a league and still the best in the league.
We praised the guy who called it out for Paige Beckers. Like, there was that one guy who went to a game of Paige Beckers when she was like 11, and she was like, she's the best women's basketball player in the world.
I will say, now maybe I'm wrong. I haven't fully looked into this story, but from my memory, Sam, that guy was at least like a local newspaper writer.
Okay.
And this guy's just like a fan. Like, I don't think this guy's
He's got an eye for talent.
He does have an eye for talent. I give him credit for that, but like, I think that one guy was working and doing a job and like interviewed her and wrote a story about her, and the other one I think is just a guy watching 9-year-old kids play football.
Well, maybe he had a kid on the team or something.
Well, that's fine too, but like also tweeting about it by name.
Well, someone replied to him, "What's the context to this?" And he replied just a day or two ago, and he said he was 9 years old, maybe 4.5 feet tall and 80 pounds, playing up a league with 11 and 12-year-olds, stiff-arming them and running circles around them. Guy just had an eye for talent.
And then a guy replied to that asking if it was a certain game. He's like, yes, that's exactly what it was. And the guy's like, I was there too.
Bill Connolly has released his list of the top 100 college football games of the 2025 season.
Too early. Wait. 100 games just from last year?
Yeah.
Who the hell needs that? Do we need to rank the games from last year?
I mean, I think it's an interesting.
Was Tennessee, Georgia in the top 10?
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. His number one game was the championship between Indiana and Miami.
Okay.
Which I did not think was the best game.
It was the best half.
But maybe
I think if you just took the second half, I think that was the best half of football. I would say that. But, yeah, not the best game all year.
Maybe with the stakes that you consider and everything like that.
But I will say that second half was about as good as it gets. Number 2, Miami versus Ole Miss. Number 3, Ole Miss versus Georgia. Shout out to Ole Miss. The playoffs delivered. Number 4, Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. Number 5, Montana State versus Illinois State. Bubba, do you concur? The FCS championship?
It was pretty good.
Indiana versus Penn State. UCLA versus Penn State. That doesn't feel accurate.
That was, at the time, that felt like a pretty big deal.
It was a huge upset, but the game wasn't great.
Yeah, but when you consider the upset part of it, I mean, that's a...
Mississippi State, Arizona State, get the hell out of here. Miami versus Notre Dame, that's fine. Utah versus Kansas State. Like, Tennessee, Georgia deserves to be higher. Because at the time, if you're doing that, like you thought these are two heavyweights going at it.
We come in at number 12.
Yeah.
That was tough, man. That was a really tough game to be at.
We also come in at number 95.
What was that one?
Our second best game of the year.
Which was?
What would you guess? What was our second most exciting game of the year?
Oklahoma, maybe? Is that the one there?
Mississippi State.
Oh.
Tennessee nearly got Starkville. In a game with 8 lead changes, the Vols kept pulling ahead and falling behind again.
Yeah, I don't think we needed 100 of these, Bill. I think we could have just done like a top 20 list or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're on any other games.
Nope, we're not. I looked.
How'd you find that so fast?
I've tried to tell you about the search function, Control F, and then you can just type in a name.
Nah, I just scroll.
So, yeah, you can just Control F, and I type in Tennessee, and it shows me on the
Yeah, but then you miss all the other
It shows me on the website how many times Tennessee was written. 5 times, and I just scroll and look at all of them.
But then you miss all the other ones.
Well, I'm not looking for the other ones. I was specifically looking for Tennessee.
If you say so.
The UFC did almost 6 million concurrent streams of their first UFC card on Paramount Plus. That's a monster number. Did you watch any of it this weekend, Cody?
What, the UFC?
Yeah.
No.
Bubba, were you locked in?
I was.
I turned on the last 2 fights. I didn't watch before, but I watched the last 2. I watched the end of, that would have been Sugar Shane. I watched the end of Shane O'Malley's fight, or Sean O'Malley, sorry. Sean O'Malley's fight. And then I watched the main event of Gaethje or Gaethje, how you say his name? Gaethje and Paddy to Batty. That was good. That was a good fight. That was a great fight.
So, I mean, they struggled since, like, the undercard. They had 2 fights that they had to call off. One for possible betting reasons where
really?
like the odds shifted dramatically in the past like 24 hours. The other one was because the guy who missed weight just passed out on stage.
That would be tough to be one of those fighters.
So-
In the ones that get canceled for gambling, because like does that guy just miss out on his payday? Like, whoa, I'm not doing anything illegal. Like, I need my payday. Like, I don't want to miss out on this money.
I do hate the positive reaction to this because like they missed a lot of walkouts and a lot more commercials. Granted, I get it, lower subscription, so they got to make up their money somehow. But if they can afford to make a deal, in
With
this
all the
day and
damn
age,
advertising on the ring, I mean, they had
Polymarket,
yeah, they had
Polymarket.
15 different, 50 different logos thrown on there. Okay, so UFC fans did not view this as a net positive.
Me personally, I can't speak for everybody.
Okay.
I wasn't a huge I like seeing walkouts and corners and stuff,
Sure.
And when they just show a quick commercial instead, it kind of is like, oh man.
Me being very, very casual, I loved it because I would not have ever paid for that fight or bothered finding an illegal stream for it. I was able just to pull up Paramount and watch it. I loved it. And it'll make me watch more UFC now. I know they're doing another one just this weekend, right? Like there's another one coming up, which is weird because it's another numbered pay-per-view, right? Like is that?
Yeah, it's a big fight. It's Diego Lopez versus Volkanovski.
And I'll watch if I'm at home. I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way, but if I'm at home, I will most likely throw on the main card, and that's something I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have paid $80 for it. So as a casual guy, I loved it, and I thought the Gaethje Paddy the Baddy fight was a really good start to that era for casual fans because they were going to war. Like that was a great fight.
The Buffalo Bills are still looking for a coach, and they are leaving no stone unturned, as on Friday they interviewed Phillip Rivers for the job, but unfortunately he has now pulled his name from contention for the job opening.
Call Kurt Signetti. Call Kirby Smart. If you're leaving
Phillip Rivers.
If you're leaving no stone unturned, call some college guys. Marcus Freeman wasn't the only college name. Call some of those guys.
Imagine a job being so bad you make Phillip Rivers pull out.
Did you come up with that?
No.
I wish you had of. That's high-level comedy.
Tuesday trivia coming up next.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just Treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
I don't really do any of the card collecting, of course, anything like that. But my brother sending me, he's fired up. He's real into it. Him and my nephew, they do all of the card collecting and everything.
Oh, like baseball cards?
That and basketball and football and everything. And he's showing me he just pulled a Cooper Flag autographed card, which I feel like that's a pretty big get. Cooper Flag. You know.
Kind of wish that's something I got into. My buddy's got like a sick card collection.
Yeah.
That, like, even as someone who doesn't appreciate it, I can appreciate it.
Yeah, I got a little jealous seeing that. Like, cause like Christmas, he showed me he got like a rookie, like a cool like or not a rookie, but like some type of city card for like Bo Nix and Caleb Williams that were like worth like $1,400 or $1,500. And I was trying to tell him like Caleb Williams, I mean like that one should go up in price because like Bo Nix was higher than him at the point, but I was like I'd hold on to Caleb because. You know, his stock is on the rise. I was trying to talk to him about it from like a sports standpoint. I do kind of wish I was into it too. I got kind of jealous when I just saw the Cooper Flag one.
What's the most expensive card you can own?
I have no clue.
Is it like
probably some old-time baseball guy?
Yeah, I'd say it's something super old. Let's do some Tuesday trivia. What you got for us?
Alrighty, today's categories, we've got general, famous athlete nicknames, state slogans, American history with answers that start in A, and spelling bee.
What was that fourth one? American
history. The answer starts with the letter A.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the category, Sam. Good job by you.
Thanks.
Okay. As the back-to-back champion of Tuesday Trivia, I'll go first. And I will do spelling bee for 3.
Spelling bee for 3, spell acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
A C Q U A I N T E N C E.
You're looking for A-N-C-E.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Give me nicknames for 3.
Athlete nicknames for 3. This 5-time NBA champion was nicknamed the Big Fundamental.
That would be Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is correct.
I'll try state slogans for 3. That's probably a mistake.
State slogans for 3. What is known as the Yellowhammer State?
Alabama.
Correct.
I'll do general for 3.
General for 3. What is the most commonly broken human bone?
The most commonly broken bone. That's a good question. Nice tidbit. I'll go with the nose.
Looking for the collarbone.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, let's try American history starting with an A for 3.
American history for 3. Which document approved by the states in 1781 served as the United States' first constitution?
Articles of Confederation?
Correct.
Give me sports nicknames for 4.
Athlete nicknames for 4. Inducted in the first Baseball Hall of Fame class, this player was nicknamed the Georgia Peach.
Damn it. I have no clue, and this is a blind spot, I guess. I have no clue how long the Hall of Fame has been a thing. Like, when would the first baseball class have been inducted? I have no real frame of reference. The Georgia Peach. This is going to be somebody I have no clue on. Like, there's no way Hank Aaron is in the first class. I don't even know if he's from Georgia. I mean, I think he is, but, like, I don't. It's either that or I'm going to guess some stupid, like, Honus Wagner. So, I'll go with Hank Aaron. I know that's not right, but.
Ty Cobb.
Okay. I have her.
Cobb County.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. Spelling bee for 2.
Spelling bee for 2, millennium.
These are kind of tricky.
Said to make the 2s harder.
Yeah, I did. Well, I pretty much know this one. It's just, are there 2 N's or 1 N? That is the question. MILLEN MILLENNIUM.
Correct.
Okay. Thank God.
Give me states. I don't really feel good about any of these categories. Give me general for 4.
General for 4. What country is formerly known as Persia?
What country was formerly known as Persia? See, that's one of those things you need to know. Turkey.
Iran.
Okay, 8-3 going into 5. Let's
cooked,
do athlete nicknames for 2.
This 5-time All-Pro and Super Bowl champion running back was nicknamed Sweetness.
Walter Payton.
Correct.
Give me state slogans for 4.
State slogans for 4. What is known as the Centennial State?
That is something I have heard, but I don't know where I heard it or what was the context behind it. The Centennial State. Would that imply that it was... Does that have anything to do with a 100-year anniversary? 1876. Would that mean like that's about the time it became a state?
That's kind of what I would have thought.
Yeah.
Still don't know what it is.
Yeah. Me neither. Centennial State. I don't really have a clue. New Jersey.
Colorado.
Is it because of the 100-year anniversary, or do you know?
Yes.
1876.
They were admitted as the 38th state exactly 100 years after signing the Declaration
Yeah,
of
I should have done
Independence.
a Western state for sure.
That makes sense logically.
Yeah.
Let's go American history, starting with an A for 2.
American history for 2. What mass production process is associated with Henry Ford and his car making business?
Can you repeat the question?
What mass production process is associated with Henry Ford and his car making business?
So I'm looking for the name of the process.
What mass production process?
Okay. Mass production process. I mean, factory, automobile. What am I? What is that called? What am I missing here? The mass production process. Conveyor belt, factory. I don't know. Automobile.
Is it just assembly line?
Assembly
yeah,
line.
that's what I couldn't come up with that. Damn it. Well,
That
I
was
left
weird.
the door open.
No, you didn't. That's a weirdly phrased question. I guess sports nicknames for 5.
Athlete nicknames for 5. This golfer is nicknamed the Mechanic.
Okay. It's not Phil Mickelson because he's known as Lefty. It's not Tiger Woods because he's known as Tiger.
I thought about just doing what is Tiger's real name as well.
I would have gotten that. Eldrick. I know that. The Mechanic, I feel like it's going to be somebody really old. It's probably going to be somebody really dumb that I maybe have never even heard of. I won't waste anybody's time. Give me Arnold Palmer.
Miguel Angel Jimenez.
Oh, yes.
The guy who
I do
smokes
know
a lot
him.
of cigars, yeah.
But, yeah, I have no clue why is he called the Mechanic? Is he just very precise?
He's got a funny warm-up.
Oh, okay. Bad performance by me.
I'll try spelling bee for 4.
Spelling bee for 4. Worcestershire.
WORCESTERSHIRE.
Correct.
Worcestershire.
That was impressive. Give me General for 5, which is kind of a mean move by me since you could have saved this one for next week. Sorry. You can do nicknames for 5. Oh, we already did that. Do history with it. I'll be embarrassed if I miss history for 4, though. Just do history for 4. That way you can save General for 5.
I was curious about this one, too.
Yeah.
American history for 4 or 5?
Yeah, history for 4.
Which place in Virginia did Robert E. Lee surrender to Ulysses S. Grant in April of 1865?
That's Appomattox, right?
Yes. I've been there. I was hoping when he first did this category, I
thought it'd be 3, yeah.
I was like, I wonder if Appomattox will be one.
I was I was debating on if that should be the 3.
I figured that or Armistice Day was going to be one of them.
Fred?
Did I say it wrong? Armistice Day? I don't know. Either way, good job by you. That was nice to get it with a 4-pointer in at the buzzer to at least not only score 3 points.
It's a good game.
Yeah, good job. Good categories by you, Sam.
Thank you.
Fairly graded. I got no complaints today.
Can I ask state slogans for 5?
The Peace Garden State.
The Peace Garden. That sounds Japanese, but Japan's not a state.
No, they're not.
I think. The Peace Garden. New Jersey's the Garden State. Is it New Jersey?
Nope. It is North Dakota.
Would have never guessed that at all.
Okay. Good job by you. Bubba, floor's yours.
Yo mama's so fat. When she bungee jumps, she brings the bridge down with her.
That one's just kind of right there on the nose. You don't have to really think about that one. Do you have any? What about Mama So Poor? My favorite is your Mama So Poor. I saw her kicking a can down the street, and I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Moving."
We don't income shame.
I like that one.
Yo sister's so fat, she got a new job DJing for the ice cream van.
I don't know if that one's actually funny, but it made me laugh. There used to be a show on MTV just called Yo Mama where they would do this.
It would just be back and forth Yo Mama jokes?
Yeah.
30 minutes at a time.
I don't know if it had to be all Yo Mama jokes or not, but it was basically like a joke battle
A
thing.
roast,
and
yeah.
Fez from that 70s show was the host, Wilmer Valdez or whatever. And I want to say it was built around just Yo Mama jokes.
That's a deep cut.
I don't need just the Mama So Fat jokes, though. Like, your mama's so old, she was a waitress at the Last Supper. That's a good one. Your mama's so ugly, the dog has a sign that says, "Beware of mom."
Your mom is sexually promiscuous. Those are common, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yo mama's so hairy, you almost died of rug burn at birth.
Your mama's so dumb, she went to the library to find Facebook. Your mama's so dumb, she put a watch in the piggy bank and said she was saving time.
Yo mama's so hairy, she wears a Nike tag on her weave, so now everybody calls her Hair Jordan.
Yeah, that was
good.
good.
I like that one.
That one made the girls mad when you said that one to them. All right, last call on the other side.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
last call here on the program. What we got tonight, Sam, on the SEC slates? Give me some college basketball, something to look forward to.
I mean, obviously didn't get us tonight, so that is a bit of a minus. I would say best game around the conference, Kentucky and Vandy. We're getting our best games at 9 o'clock, which is consistently pissing me off around the SEC.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, like, can Kentucky stay hot? Vandy wouldn't, found their footing a little bit this weekend, just absolutely blowing out Mississippi State, but I still think they're kind of searching for some things.
Is it a sucker bet to look at Arkansas minus 2.5 on the road at Oklahoma and say that, like, that's a no-brainer? I mean, I know going on the road's tough to win, but
it's not a bad trip for them. That's about like us going to Nashville. Little further, but
do we know if Oklahoma has like a ice storm? Are they dealing with anything down there, over there?
I know Arkansas got hit with some snow, but I don't know west of there.
Because when I see 2.5 point spread, I'm like, what am I missing?
I agree.
Even with knowing that it's tougher to win on the road in college basketball, I get that, but 2.5 seems crazy.
Men's college teams still take the bus, right?
Not always.
They do though, right? Like to short destinations.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes they fly, but like I can't imagine. Actually, I have no clue what Arkansas would do here with the weather.
Torvik has this as a 6-point spread in Arkansas's favor, so yeah, it does seem like 2.5 is a little.
Somebody
strange.
out that I'm missing? Like maybe I haven't looked into it.
As long as that A-Cup boy's playing, they're gonna be fine.
It's surprising. Typically, the point spread's pretty in line with like the best metric people and what their projections are. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like 2.5 seems pretty low. And you got what? Missouri going on the road to Alabama. Alabama, what? 10.5 point favorites. That's a big number. Alabama hasn't really blown.
All of these Torvik spreads are actually interesting. You've got Arkansas as a 6-point favorite when they're only favored 2.5. Bama's a 10.5 point favorite, but they have Bama as minus 14.5.
Okay, so they go even higher.
And then they have.
Feels like Bama hasn't blown anybody out in a while. I guess they did blow out Mississippi State, but.
Vandy's a 6.5 point spread in actuality, and they have it as Vandy minus 12.5.
They're at home, I assume.
Yeah,
against Kentucky.
Vanderbilt's at home.
Yeah. So, Arkansas's they've kind of struggled on the road, haven't they? I mean, I don't know exactly what I know they've taken a couple of L's on the road.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair. I was just looking and
Auburn, Georgia, but those are better teams than Oklahoma.
They beat Ole Miss by 7. They lost by 22 at Auburn. Okay, they lost by 14 at Georgia. So yeah, maybe they just suck as road teams. They don't have any big road non-conference wins either. Maybe Arkansas. Maybe I shouldn't have been apologizing for the Arkansas take that we'd finished ahead of them. Maybe I should wait and let that play out and see what they look like on the road.
Yeah, let's let that settle out.
It's hard for me to back Oklahoma just at home when they have more fans at a softball game for Oklahoma than their basketball team.
Well, that's why I was wondering about the weather too, because I feel like if there's any type of inclement weather, like Oklahoma
any
fans
excuse to not go to the game.
Yeah, we're not going to be there, and then it's like a pretty empty gym. Because when we played there last year, remember how empty it was? It was dead there.
Yeah,
and they're even worse this year. Like this is even they should be more checked out than they were then.
Just doing research about Oklahoma this year, I've come up on a few articles from their beat reporters, just highlighting how bad the attendance has been, 3,000 or 4,000 people there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that was a bad hire, and it seems like the Oklahoma program that once was, pretty good. Buddy Hield, Trae Young, Blake Griffin. They had some real superstars in college, but it seems like right now they are kind of dead. Porter Moser did not seem like a big time hire or a good fit by the time they actually got him there, and it's played out the way you kind of feared it would. What about Alabama, Missouri? Do you think Missouri has any chance of going down to Alabama?
Yeah, Missouri's a team that's got a lot of size too, so I think we talked about how the size kind of can affect this Bama team. I do think Missouri's one of those groups, and they've got a handful of guys that can kind of catch fire from the perimeter as well if they can match kind of that scoring output.
I know it's not surprising or even it's really not even that damning at this point, but is still a little jarring to see. Tickets as low as $5 for both the Oklahoma and Alabama home games. Vandy, you got to pay at least $22 to get in.
Record snowfall in Oklahoma over the weekend.
Okay. So, yeah, they're probably not going to be eager to get out and get to the game.
Winter weather causes disruptions across Oklahoma City metro area. Snow, sleet, freezing rain, storm aftermath. Yeah. Truck slides over guardrail into trees as snow falls in Norman. So, yeah, they got the weather. I think I'm with you there. I think the Pigs. That's probably a good bet. We'll see.
All right, Bubba, what do we miss so far today?
We have Diego Pavia being officially listed as 5'9" and 7/8", while Vanderbilt said he was 6 foot. We have
little man syndrome.
Mac McClung sitting
hold
out
on, before we move on. Like, Pavia coming up short, I mean, is kind of funny, I guess, but at the same time, he kicked our ass at that size. So, like, I don't have a good time laughing at him for being what Cody called him, a little man.
I hope somebody whips his ass.
And I'd be careful. I'd be careful calling 5'9" little, because
I'm 5'10" and a half.
No,
I'm same height as you, bud. We've been over this.
No. We have been over it.
Pavia,
we got video proof and
whatever
photo
you
proof,
say
that's
is an exaggeration, and
I know the truth. Everyone here knows the truth.
No, they don't.
Sam's the one that measured.
Just because you say it doesn't make it true.
Sam's the one that measured.
I'm not going to spend any more time on this. I'm not going to get down in the
I'd
mud
be
with
careful
you.
calling Diego Pavia a little man when you're the same height.
Listen,
I'd be very
I'm not
careful.
going to get down in the mud with you. You're not going to drag me down.
I heard Bear on the drive yesterday ask if who was more athletic between Diego Pavia and Kyler Murray. And I was sitting in here working as they were discussing Diego Pavia. Like, talking about little quarterbacks and, Drew Brees, whatever, Kyler Murray, whatever. And Bear's like, talking about Diego Pavia and Kyler Murray's athleticism.
Kyler Murray's a tremendous athlete.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a first-round, top 10 baseball pick.
He was a two-sport athlete. I mean, watching his film out of high school, into college, people were like, here's your next Johnny Manziel.
I thought he was going to be a stud baseball player. That's how good of an athlete he was. He was.
Yeah, I don't think that's comparable.
No, I heard the drive say that, and I was like, what the hell are those boys talking about?
That's just a casual statement on the drive when it comes to dumb things they say. Pavia, yeah, he's I think I hate him the most since maybe you got to go back to AJ McCarron for me. I mean, I always hated AJ McCarron, Marshall Henderson. Pavia's in that territory. I really don't like
Noah.
him. Yeah, he's him too. I would love it if somebody just beat Pavia's ass.
It's coming because he's not going to make the NFL.
I hope he gets to the NFL and then one of those defensive linemen just murders him. Not literally, but well, you can't advocate for that on the radio.
We're not on the radio. That's what you keep telling me.
I still don't think you can incite violence in a public forum.
Okay.
But, you can't say I want Pavia to be murdered.
Sure.
But maybe you can. I don't know. Is that under free speech?
I don't know.
I've always wondered about that. When you tell,
I feel like I'm not an expert or a lawyer, but I feel like you saying you want it to happen versus you telling somebody to do it, you might be able to get off.
When you hope, I hope you die. Can you say that about someone?
That's what I told that guy.
I hope Bubba gets murdered.
I told that guy on the street of Athens or of Tuscaloosa that on the way back to the car.
Well, you can't do an Arab voice with it because then it becomes domestic terrorism.
What'd you do, Bubba? Were you being culturally insensitive?
It sounded like it.
No. I said something, but it had a word in it, and I can't say that word, so I had to make the voice go really high pitched, like the 50 Cent. Why you say
Yeah.
And I tried to do that, but
Cody called it a what type of voice?
I thought he was doing that
either way
thing with the la la la.
I don't think that Diego Pavia is ever going to play a snap in the NFL. I don't think we have to worry about that. I'd be kind of surprised if he. I guess he'll get drafted. I guess maybe
for the war, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a practice squad type of player. I don't know, but
UFL.
Maybe, yeah. If I was him, just go ball in the UFL so you can play. I mean, Doug Flutie, another small quarterback, he had to go play in the CFL to show he could play.
I just hate his face.
Love his mom.
I
We
hate her,
have
too.
Mac McClung out of the dunk contest.
Wasn't that a
It's
rapper?
Jover.
That was Mac Miller. He gave up. Yeah. He's done. Mac McClung said enough's enough. Or is he hurt?
I
or
thought
what?
they said he isn't. Like they kind of told him, no, we're not doing it with you.
You're not an NBA player anymore. We can't let you keep coming in here.
Because I thought he posted something like, well, if they're not going to let me do it, I'm just going to do all the dunks and post them on social media or something. Like, we're going to care about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're him, you might as well, because, I mean, this is your time to shine. This is when you can go make $1 million and pay your salary, essentially.
Get them student loans paid for.
The Australian Open happened, and there's a lot of controversy happening, one of which involved Yannick Sinner screwing his way into a win over American Elliot Spizzirri.
Screwing his way into a van? Is that what you said?
Pretty much, Yannick Sinner was bothered by the heat, showed symptoms. Spizzirri was going to capitalize and possibly win. And then Sinner said, hey, let's close the roof on this joint. And during that time period, he got some fluid, ice baths, some IVs, changed clothes, took a shower, yada, yada. Came back feeling all nice and refreshed and was able to come back for the win. Australian Open said, hey, we have a heat rule policy, though. But not great for our American. We have Julio Cesar Chavez out on bail, wins his first fight since 2024, and he was deported
out of jail, out on bail.
as he was deported from America for overstaying his visa and other things.
Would I rather have lunch with Diego Pavia or watch the Australian Open? That's a tough one.
Yeah, you're not really smart enough to follow tennis, so like you better just eat. Just go eat lunch.
Oh yeah, you got to be really smart.
Yeah.
It's like when you move your hand back and forth, left to right,
You're on
and
record
a dog's
here
eyes
saying,
follow your hand.
You're on record on the show saying you don't understand the scoring. So
Yeah,
like,
you got to be really smart to do this.
yeah.
Don't you?
Again, you're on record saying you didn't understand the scoring. So
yeah, back and forth,
Disrespecting Amanda
Yeah, I don't
Nissanova.
understand it because I've
you're not
never
smart
watched
enough.
it.
You're not smart
No,
enough to
because
get
I've
it.
never watched it because it's boring.
You're not smart enough to get it. You don't understand the rules.
I've never watched it.
Okay.
You don't understand astrophysics because you've never
Because I'm not smart.
dealt
No,
in it.
I don't understand astrophysics because I'm not smart enough to
Had
get
you
it.
studied it, you might understand it.
No, I probably wouldn't because I'm not smart enough to get astrophysics. Thank you.
You don't
Yes,
understand
great analogy.
a lot of
great,
things.
Great example by
Well, no, you don't
Nailing
call
it.
someone dumb because they've never watched it.
I didn't call you dumb.
Yeah, you did. You
I
said you were
weren't
too
smart.
dumb to understand the
I
rules.
said you
That's
weren't
exactly
smart
what
enough
you
to
said.
understand it.
Yeah, that's dumb. We all know what you're implying.
Those are two different things.
No, the correct thing would be to say I'm ignorant of the rules because I've never watched it.
Sam, you
I
wouldn't tell
think
me.
I could get it.
See, you
I think I could get it.
You wouldn't tell me I'm too dumb to get astrophysics. You would just say you're not smart enough to get it. There's different phrasing. It's different meanings.
Yeah,
it's
and
different rules.
the word you were looking for was ignorant. I am ignorant of it because I've never studied it.
No, you can't grasp it.
I can't concept it, really.
Yeah, you
That's
can't grasp
funny coming from the guy who lost 14-3 today in trivia.
I didn't lose 14-3.
Three-peat.
I scored 7 points. By the way.
That last one, I mean,
just
come
for the
on.
record, scored 7 points.
That last
But
one.
I'll allow you to
kinda
gloat. It has been a long time since you've won a legitimate game,
Three-peat.
so I'll allow it.
It's been a long time. What, a week?
No, last week was not a legitimate
Three-peat.
game.
Like the Lil
questions
Wayne,
were all over the
Wayne
place.
song, three-peat.
But I will allow you to gloat this time because you
Three-peat.
won fair and square.
Chiefs couldn't three-peat, but I did.
Your mama's so fast she deep fries her toothpaste.
I like that one.
You got anything else? You got one more, Bubba? Any good one? The best one? Surely you saved the best one for the dismount. Surely you mapped this out and strategized that they were going to get increasingly better as the show went on.
Of course he did. You know he did.
You're a professional.
He's not going to come with
searching
nothing.
the page.
Your mama's so fat when she lies around the house, she lies around the house.
Oh, she's in multiple rooms.
That'll do it for us. The Tony Basilio Show up next. The Playbook with William Patterson. The Drive with Russell, Bear, and Bob. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search